If I knew more people were watching, I'd get more self-conscious and start doing even more stuff.
Just pretend like no one's
Creating
watching.
even more content.
No one's watching. It's fine.
Yeah, as you know, you're being videoed. People pay attention. Like, you act differently.
Right.
Cool. So I can go through our last question if you want.
Yeah, whoever wants to recap can.
Well, I'm literally just going to read the notes from last time. So
go for it.
All right. Starts off with Cella having a dream, and Gearhead is in it, but he's not in his chair. There's
that would be. I have to correct you, good sir.
Okay.
It was Bertrand.
Bertrand.
Not Gearhead.
I thought it had a dream of Gearhead.
Nope. Now
he was in the dream.
He was in the dream, but he wasn't in his chair. Bertrand was in the chair.
Right. Well, I think there may have been a miscommunication because the throne, like the chair he was in it. But Gearhead wasn't.
Right. That was my understanding.
Bertrand was sitting in it.
I knew that. Yeah, Bertrand was in the chair.
But I don't recall Gearhead being in the dream.
Interesting. Well,
nice. Okay.
We'll let the tape be the judge of that.
Oh.
I guess that's true. You do have video evidence.
We'll let our fans tweet us at our Twitter handle.
Oh no!
We're gonna have to make a Twitter.
Yeah, we need to make it. We do need to make a Twitter, and then we also need to stop in the middle and just do advertisements and see if we ever get money from it.
Okay, that's pretty great.
We could start a GoFundMe.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Go.
Guerrilla D&D, that's what we can call it, because we're just going after adverts anyway. Okay, so anyway, Bertrand is in the chair, and he's handling the pocket watch that he now exists in, and he finds out that Cella can't read or write, but Bertrand wants to know more about the outside world, so he kind of makes a deal, if you want to call it that, with Cella, that he hangs out with Cella more while she learns how to read and write in his, what did he call it? His mind landscape or something? I wrote that down.
The mindscape.
Yeah.
I guess you could call it the mindscape.
Mental landscape is the words that you used. Mindscape is awesome fun. So, and I found out that Bertrand was once on a team with Felix and that they would decipher ancient secrets. And he was surprised that Felix would bond given what's happened, which is unanswered mystery. And also warns that bonding has the power to shift one's memory. And let's see. Fae would bond in the past. In the past, they would bond specifically to seek power to fight the gods, and previous bonds were not enough. And that Pelora and Malcor's hold started with a few key individuals, but before everyone else knew it, it was too late. And then we go to Gerbo's chambers, where we have the infamous bedroom scene. Not
infamous bedroom scene.
Not the kind that the Twitch would like to hear, but the kind where you double crit on a breakfast investigation.
Oh, that's
right.
Yeah.
Yes.
In IMHO is beautiful and in every way. So we find out that in Lorson's office are some dwarf council emissaries, which are different from mercenaries.
Yes, they are very different.
They immerse themselves and then kill you.
Or e-mercenaries. Internet.
Oh, I guess it's mercenaries. Oh, dang, I even got that wrong. But anyway, so we find out that Beastbane is prepping an army, preparing for an oncoming attack from the orcs, which sounds like it'll be sooner than later. And orcs and elves, not traditionally having great bond together, or have agreed to send ships if needed.
Well, to be more accurate, they were basically getting diplomatic feelers out to the different elvish houses to kind of figure out who'd be willing to spare ships to sail, troops into the Badlands and stuff like that. Because traveling by land would be, well, highly impractical because Badlands are awful.
Yes. So, but the important thing is that I saw was that dwarves and elves not having a good past relationship or really talking to each other very much, from what I understand. It was a good step forward in building a relationship, or at least showing the importance of a common threat, which our party calls to attention the immediate threat, which is the portals, and kind of puts Lorson on the spot. And Ephelien just makes him have egg on his face so hard, and it's really awesome. And so Lorson agrees to give Ephelien a signed scroll with permission to use his mages and warriors in the effort to cleanse the water temple. Little did he know that we were going to beat him into a pulp later on. So at the coastline, we meet 3 guards. We show them the scroll. They tell us about the misshapen figures, and sure enough, they eventually show up. But before that, Cella speaks to Valkyra. I think it's her name. Valkyra?
Valkyra. Yep.
Elvira, got it. And so
Elvira.
and she said that she came in she was contacted by an outsider who she did not contact, but contacted her, which was cause for concern. And she says someone who's not from this world and serves the Ever Queen. And then she closes the conversation by saying, he is well, but only Cella is aware of who she is referring to. So Cella speaks to the eel from the last session, and the eel gives a report from the temple in a demented voice and says this quote, all must be drowned in the waters of cremation and reborn and changed. Deep calls to deep, blood calls to blood, come and see. And then he turns into like Alien versus Predator thing, and Cella smashes it with eel magic. Hulk smashes the eel with magic.
With magic.
It was cool.
Yep.
Yeah.
He did have the stats of a python, basically. So yeah, you just killed him one hit.
Yeah. As soon as the jaw thing happened, I was like, nah, I'm good.
Yeah, it's just like stepping on a bug.
That's fair. That's fair.
So at that point, we see the figures from the water, identify them as Aldrin mages, but Gerbo shoots one anyway. And
yeah, that's true.
Cella casts Healing Word and talks to it, finds out that they're like coherent and saying, please help us, we've been changed, the giant monster took us. Gerbo then gives the sea spawn a potion of greater healing out of remorse, but it just kills that guy completely. It turns it into
yeah.
No good deed.
Honestly, didn't expect that.
You know what? Let's like take the blame off of Gerbo. Drew is the one who decided that did act like that was what was going to happen.
Well, I didn't say it was his. Well, it is his fault, but like it was innocent thing.
Drew's like, what could I do to make this game even more twisted? Oh, yes. I know. When they try to heal them, I'll make them explode.
Yeah, the opposite.
Yeah.
When they give a healing potion,
that was all
I'll
Drew.
Actually kill them.
It was all Drew.
Well, I mean, Braundir had the right idea. He's like, well, wait, this is weird. Why are these guys back? Why'd they let them come back?
Yes.
Yeah, they're like walking bombs.
He's like, what's their weakness? Their weakness is a healing potion.
Whatever you do, don't help them.
But that's the first thing people would do. That's really clever, Drew. I didn't piece that together, actually. I was curious on why they came back, but I didn't piece together the fact that they sent them back as weapons.
Well, think about it. I mean, where are they going to go? They're going to take them straight to their other mages for healing, remove curses, and that's when it would have triggered and it would have caused untold damage.
Drew, you need to start writing books. This is great. Anyway.
I do.
So more people need to see this. Brett, take out a sponsorship on our thing and put it on Facebook or something. Yeah. All right. So we rolled the initiative. We fought for a while some people scrambled, some people being the mages and the pre-water monsters, I guess, the hurt mages. And
I guess you could call them like the monster I used was a sea spawn, but I think it's more accurate to call them
I think I did call it that. Yeah.
Lake spawn would be more accurate, I guess.
Lake spawn. Dope.
Same thing.
So lake spawns and
wait. Seas are also completely surrounded by land. Right? Sometimes.
Are they surrounded by land, or do seas surround the land?
This lake
Oh,
is big
no.
enough to where it could easily be considered a sea, but in the world they call it a lake. So
Okay, yeah, whatever.
Every piece of land is.
Well, I
an
mean, hey,
island.
the Great Lakes are huge too.
yeah,
Okay, sorry.
Let's see.
Anyway,
So I've got to say that I did my ring of water walking, climbed up on top of a monster, and then rolled a natural 20 and obliterated it, and it was pretty cool. But not without the help of my friends who laid those hits before it. It was just a cool final blow. And then we go take the sea spawn / lake spawn back to Aldrin to show Lorson the impact of his negligence.
Braundir literally went right to his private quarters, like, here.
Yeah, we were met by
Take a
Luvon,
look.
who was noticeably rattled by the sea spawn, and which apparently was out of character for him, who's I guess is generally stoic and emotionless. And Luvon goes to get Lorson, but Braundir refuses to wait, and the party, sans Gerbo, goes up there. Gerbo remains downstairs, patiently waiting Luvon with his taken seat. And so at that point, the party gangs up on Lorson, and Braundir. I wrote this in the notes. Braundir and Ephelien simultaneously request weapon enchantments and then fist bump. And Lorson agrees to weapon enchantments, mages, soldiers, and a fleet of ships. So that's where we at.
Cool.
Oh, good dabbing, good dabbing.
Camera like panned away from Gerbo in the sitting in the chair, and then out the window, and it was raining.
Well, the storm is progressively getting worse as time has gone on.
Right.
I want to add.
We gotta get down to the bottom of Fanny's Lake.
I wonder what's going on. Anyway,
Fanny's Lake.
Did you say Fanny Lake?
Fanny Lake.
No, why would you think
Fanny
that?
Lake.
Panty Lake.
Fanny.
Fanny.
No.
Lake
Oh
Panties.
no. Well, that's it. The session's destroyed. You've done it.
Let the record show that Jet started it.
I said Fanny, which is a wholesome word for beehive.
Maybe in American English.
Yeah, British.
Oh wow.
Here we go. Let's play Dungeons and Dragons.
So we're gonna pick up Lorson. So we're gonna pick up right where we left off.
Sorry, I didn't have my headphones in.
And at this point, Lorson has gotten up, and he says, all right, you have all of my resources at your disposal to deal with this problem. Just, you have to understand, ever since King Zumra's reign, there has been some rather testy relations between, well, more arcane inclined versus the druidic peoples. And also Gerbo, or rather Gareth. When I say King Zumra, I mean the former high, wizard king of the elves.
Big daddy.
Right.
The one we are not associated with, everyone. We are not associated with him.
Oh.
With any wizard kings.
We are not associated with any wizard kings.
Right.
Gotcha. Good to know.
Now, what I think we need to do is I would like to consult my top war mage.
And how long exactly do you think that will take?
Not long. He's rather, let's just say, quick to action when I finally let him take action.
That could be useful.
we
That's
have that dude with us, leg spawn, that we brought straight into his quarters.
Yes, right. I feel Lord Smith. So could you please?
I'll say we need to bring this. We need to bring this man to your mages. So why don't you just come with us?
Yes, of course. Right. We need to get him to my mages as soon as possible. He needs healing as soon as possible.
How
Well,
about
I would
we
be
give him a
I would be
potion
careful
and
about
leave you
that.
in here with him?
What? What, Braundir?
Oh, well, I said, how about we... Here, I was going to hand him a healing potion. How about you give him this, and we'll leave you two alone?
He just looks at you quizzically.
I don't recommend that.
Braundir puts it back in his pocket.
Enough wasting time. We have to go. He's clearly in pain. Let's go.
I'm already leading him out.
Good. All right. So you guys proceed further down, down the stairway into a couple of floors down, presumably to the mage's quarters. It's not as far down as, say, like Gerbo's own personal quarters, but anyway, there's some mages there already waiting, and they take him into, and they take the sea spawn into the room, into one of their rooms, and one of them says to Lord Lorson, "Sir, we did preliminary magic checks, and we believe there might be some. It's hard to describe, but not only were they transformed, there seems to be some other latent magic there. We're trying to be careful." And the mage will look at you guys and say, "You found them, right?" What?
Well, they found us. They came out of the lake right where we were.
I see. Well, that's
We gave one a healing
fortuitous.
potion, and he exploded and turned into a water elemental that attacked
What?
us.
Yeah, so tread lightly.
They've
Yes,
been
yes,
corrupted- They've been corrupted by the druids in the temple at the bottom of the lake.
Yes, yes. We feared as much. Like I said, we did discover some other latent magic that seemed to be. It seemed to be hidden in some way. It was hard to find, but I believe that might be what you're referring to. This reaction. If they're given a healing potion, we'll have to work our way through it. For now, let's get him to a bed.
Do I know if Remove Curse is effective against taint like this?
You think it could be. It doesn't always work in all circumstances. It depends on how far the corruption has gone.
I'll say I've never seen anything quite like this, but my recommendation is Remove Curse and Dispel Magic on whatever this thing they left in him is that may or may not spawn a water elemental.
And the mage will look to Ephelien and then look back to Lorson. Lorson will say, "Yes, just listen to them. It's clear that they have more experience with this than we do."
I will go fetch the. I'm sure he's nearby. The conjuration expert that I talked to before.
Okay.
And
I
make sure
honestly
he-
forgot his name, so
I did too. So I'll make sure that he gets a good look at these things
okay.
because he's the one that's most likely to know about otherworldly influence and stuff.
All right. So yeah, you go and get him. I would assume even that like he might even just be out of his office at this point.
Yeah.
I think I would say you would run into him as you're going to his office and he's coming like down the hall.
I'll bring him to look at the lake spawn.
He'll cover his mouth in shock and say, "My goodness, what happened to these men?"
I'll say you may need to be the one that leads the research on these things because you have the most expertise in otherworldly influences, and that's what's happening here.
Oh wow, this is far beyond anything I've ever seen. All right. I'll direct them the best I can. Thank you for bringing this bringing this to my attention. And you do plan on going there, right? To the temple?
Yep.
As
Yes.
soon as we can.
Well, I wish you the best of luck.
Is there
Clearly
anything
I-
you can tell us about it in advance?
I've only done general research on gates. I've never really encountered one in person before. All the research I've seen, though, is just be careful and to expect anything. I know it's not much help, but it varies wildly from world to
No.
world.
Yeah, there's not much that anybody's been able to tell us other than be prepared for the worst. So thank you for helping this poor
Right.
lad.
All I can tell you is that the druids down there are very powerful, and if they've been corrupted like these poor souls have, I think you have a tough fight on your hands.
Do you have any
Braundir.
types of teleportation scrolls or dimension door scrolls that could help us if we need to make a quick exit?
As a matter of fact, there are a few. I could supply you 2 of them.
Nice.
That would be a big help.
Yes. If you find yourselves in over your heads, that might be the one thing that'll save you.
And what type of magic do you think would be most effective against these water druids? Do you have any insight?
Well, I will say this. Avoid using, say, poison down. Like anything to deal with the poison, don't use it. In terms of, they don't really have a grand weakness, I guess you could say.
I see. Oh, thank you.
Is electricity a bad idea?
Depends if you're submerged in water or not.
Sir Mage, I assume at the bottom of the lake we'll all be well submerged underwater.
Well, I suppose you have your answer then.
I'll still consider it.
Fair
And do you
enough.
have any knowledge of elementals?
Well, I do know that down in the water temple, and I would assume the other elemental temples as well, there are elementals that have been summoned to protect the temple. Some of them are tougher than others. Some have even worn suits of armor. But most of what I know is secondhand information, I'm afraid. Now, I'm afraid the person who went down most recently, and might I add, quite against the Lord's wishes, was Eladrin, our war mage.
Well, this guy's the expert on conjuring elementals, so if anybody, I don't think anyone will know more than he does,
That's true.
unless the evocation specialist might know about what types of damage could be good. But I imagine that war mage guy might be their evocation specialist. So
Right. We don't. Unfortunately, we are a rather. Well, let's just say that there's not very many top mage spots in House Alderan.
is that war mage fellow known more for blowing things up or for defense?
Well, he is known far more for being on the offensive than anything.
He probably is an evocation expert. Then we should ask him.
Lorson will chime in and say, yes, well, that depends entirely upon his mood. And he'll look at Cella, actually, and say, well, with her within your party, I don't know if his assistance is guaranteed entirely.
Come again?
You'll have to forgive me, but Eldrin has a particular dislike of druids.
Has he been bested by one in the past?
Well, I don't know if it's my place to say, but he has suffered losses.
From the same group in Vanis Lake, from the Water Druids?
No, in his case it was more to do with renegades from the Circle of the Moon.
I see. Well, politics are not lost on me. Go ahead, boys. And Effie, I'll catch up if you need me to disappear.
Well, we're going to kill bad druids, so there's not much he can complain about.
I suppose that's true. I'm actually surprised he hasn't come to my office himself.
Well,
Very well. I'll take you to his quarters.
You can just tell him you're a necromancer. He'll probably assume you're a wizard.
yeah, that'll make him less afraid.
Yep.
All right. So it's on the same floor, and it's a corner at the very end of the hall. He lightly knocks on the door, and it takes a few seconds. And let me show you. Let's see if I can find. Okay. I need to make a handout real quick.
Mm-hmm.
It's so weird. You have to make a handout just to show a picture. And the person who answers the door is not quite someone you would expect. He's actually quite young, especially for someone that's kind of the top war mage for a lord. Do you see the picture?
Mm-hmm.
He opens the door and he says, "Yes, my lord. What can I do for you?" "Oh, you have quite a crowd with you today." "Well, these are rather extraordinary times. Listen, let's walk and talk. I believe you need to see something." "Very well." He'll kind of look over the rest of the party, kind of with a bit of caution, and he'll kind of linger a little on Cella, and then keep going.
Cella just stares back
Mm-hmm.
menacingly.
Sure. Eldrin says, "So what? I assume it has to do with the lake." "That would be correct. Well, the mages that were sent down have come back to us, and unfortunately they are not exactly in the greatest of states. I should have figured as much. I told you we should have been more hands-on with the water temple in the area." Yes, but you can't just... I can't just what? Anyway, let's go and see the damage done.
don't like him.
I like him. Ephelien says that out loud.
Gerbo, do you know this guy?
I'm in the chamber.
You're still sitting in there?
Mm-hmm.
That's right. He's still in the chamber.
Oh.
You haven't been very long.
Not super. I mean, you guys have gone downstairs. I mean, it's probably been like 15 minutes.
Wouldn't we have walked past Gerbo?
You might have. I don't exactly have the architecture of this place entirely laid out in my mind.
You're still sitting there. What is Gerbo doing?
I'm waiting.
Well, while Gerbo's waiting, Talia is going to approach him.
Okay.
And she says, perfect timing. Good to see you, Master Gerbo. So, I looked into... I think there's a friend of yours that would like to see you.
Oh, well. I thought none of them were here.
Well, I hadn't reached out to Gedry quite yet, but he seems to be available. Though I have to say, I don't exactly... He's rather slimy, in my opinion.
Well, I know plenty of people who could describe me as slimy.
Well, you're a bit of a different story, but anyway, he's waiting for you. He's waiting for you near the grounds, the edge of the grounds.
Well, I guess I shall be headed that way. And I get up and out of the chair and make my way out the door to the audience, from the audience chamber, like out the kind of the main doors. And I look back at the chair, like kind of like for a couple seconds.
Okay.
And then I turn around and walk out the door.
Okay. So now we're going to switch back to the rest of the party. And you guys have made it back to the room where the other seamen are kept. Eldrin's going to look at them kind of quizzically. He's not really shocked or anything or disgusted or anything like that. It's just more neutral. And he turns back to Lord Lorson and says, well then, it seems they've finally shown their true colors.
These druids are not... This is not their nature. Druids are not just a force of chaos and evil. And Cella's like walking up closer to him. They're being corrupted. There are reports from my aunt, from the people in the lake, your own men coming out of the lake. There's an outside influence. There's an outsider who has corrupted them and caused them to act like this.
I had a sneaking suspicion that you were a druid yourself. Is that right?
I am. And as one, I know that this kind of evil is not what we, as a people, try to unleash. This is the result of undue influence. You're a fool if you can't see that.
Well, he'll turn and look at you, Cella. He says, you know, if there's one thing that I have seen in my time from druids, when you strip away all the fineries, all of their rituals, in the end, they only desire to act as one thing, and that is an animal. Now, Lord Lawson, and he'll immediately turn back to him. What is it that you want me to do? I want you to assist, well, them. He'll point out to all of you guys.
Ella smiles at him with her sharpened teeth.
Yeah, what's his face look like whenever he hears the news?
His eyes widen a little bit, but he manages to keep a stoic expression for the most part. And he says back to him, "Are you sure that they should be coming with me?"
Is there something the matter?
Well, I've been down to the Water Temple by myself on a couple of occasions against, well, Lord Lawson's wishes. And I'm not sure. I just am afraid there might be a few liabilities.
You'll be the liability if you don't stop talking about us like that.
You know, if you look at history, magic users that have been corrupted or unleashed evil, 90% of them are wizards.
Please
But
be true.
we'll be willing to give you the benefit of the doubt.
What do you know of arcane history? That's a rather bold accusation.
Wizards are casters who grant themselves power through knowledge and study, and they're the ones that are most likely to be tempted because they don't work on behalf of any other forces.
He'll kind of... I suppose I never considered that.
That's why
But-
so many bad things that are magic related are unleashed by wizards.
Yes, Ephelien, you're right, and I suppose I'm willing to overlook that. Because believe it or not, Master Eladrin, our goal is the same. I would like to help you get rid of your problem, and you can help us get rid of ours.
Only time will tell, I suppose. All right. So you want me to help assist them to get to the Water Temple? Is that right, Lord Lawson? Yes, that would be correct. Well, the storm's getting worse. I don't think we have much time. I've been down there a few times, like I've said, but mostly that's because of my own ability to either disguise myself or become invisible. Do any of you have that capability?
Yes. Obviously.
Well, then maybe you won't be dead weight after all.
Kind of cocks his head and then squints his eyes at him.
I'll just note that Eladrin has not looked at Braundir this entire time. Anyway.
He's got it coming.
Now, do any of you have your weapons enchanted?
No, but kind Lorson here said he'd be more than happy to. Isn't that right, Lorson?
That would be correct. We can arrange that.
And where shall we go to have that done?
This time Eldrin will speak up instead, cutting off Lorson. That would be Sida. I'll take you to her. He'll turn back to Lorson and just say, you know, my lord. Anyway, never mind. He'll go back. So the lake spawn are being handled. Now you guys are with Eldrin. And now we're going to switch back to Gerbo.
Yes.
And you come out to the gates of the castle grounds. and standing there are 3 figures. 2 of them, one of them is a massive guy. Looks like a large human who is sitting on the right hand of a very small halfling. And on the other side of him is a what looks like an elf that just has a lithe bow in his hand. Yeah, I should say that both these guys are armed. You've recognized them before.
Mm-hmm.
They're Gedrin's bodyguards. The halfling is your old friend, Gedrin. He is dressed quite nicely, in the finest and some very fine clothes, which is typical for him. He has one of his hands is gloved, while the other is not. And he takes off his hat and does a slight bow to you and says, Gerbo, my boy, how you doing? It's been so long.
And I'm approaching, and I say, "Well, Mr. Gedrin and his associates, what brings you here?"
Hey, I mean, your girl Talia couldn't help but reach out to me, you know? Decided I'd swing by, you know, come from the old Pearl. Come to see you.
Yeah, well, I'm in town, and I've got some things to do. What do you? What made you come visit?
I wanted to see how my old pal Gerbo was doing. That's all.
Well, we
And
both.
you know, I have to say, he's pointing up at the rain. And what? What'd
So
you
we
say?
both know you only come here if you have something you want.
Oh, Gerbo, you wound me.
You know I plague. And I approach him and I shake his hand and do just like a subtle shocking grasp, like a little bit. Like it's my thing. Like it's
Gerbo is
yeah.
actually a
like
party clown.
it's like a party clown thing. It's a party trick. It really is a party trick at this point.
Oh, you get me every time. You get me every
You
time.
forgot. You know that I always do it, and you always fall for it.
Hey, you know, I have to say, after I kind of suggested that to you, I didn't think you'd ever take it that far.
Well, it has gotten me a few jokes, a few laughs, that's for sure.
Hey, that's how you soften up a crowd, you know? Hey.
Well, I'm here because, well, we're investigating some things, my friends and I, and really, what have you heard about the lake?
Look, I just got my business at the Pearl. Maybe a few side gigs, you know what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't really try to spend that much time around the lake. You know, big bodies of water, never been my kind of thing.
Yes, us small people usually stay away from big bodies of water. That's true.
Or big bodies in general.
Well, he has a big bodyguard, so.
Personally.
But you know, I have been hearing some weird stuff about it. That's for sure.
Well, that's what drew me here. Is we've experienced some weird things down in Durin and the Redwoods and Marigold and different places. So, I'm sure you've seen the smoke coming from the Redwoods.
Oh, wait, you were at the Redwoods?
I was there, believe it or not.
Yeah, it was some crazy explosion, right?
Yep. And then I kind of go,
No way! Gerbo, my boy!
I mean, it was basically me. I mean, like I didn't do everything, but I mean, you know how I work. I orchestrate it, and then I I pull back, and then everything happens. It's just that's how it goes.
Just like I taught you, Gerbo, my boy.
Yes, the best. Clearly the best.
Oh man. And you were at Durin?
We were. I didn't like it very much, but we were there for sure.
Were you there when that crazy lich thing happened? Whatever.
Yes, and believe it or not, we brought. I have the Blight Chaser with me. Well, not right now, but he's inside.
His eyes light up. You got Braundir here? The Blight
He's
Chaser?
here. Yes, well, you know the play that I'm making. We've talked about this. The long play.
That's
For
right.
I mean, I gotta have a threatening figure, and it's a part of it. It's going. I think it could be working.
Oh, you mean like my boy Tiny here? He's gonna point to the huge guy and like pat him on his like hip.
Yep, you exactly. Except, well, my guy isn't that big, but he does pack a punch, and he's got us out of some stuff. I'll be honest.
You know, I can't help but have a little bit of a. Like, it's got my brain kind of working here. Gears are turning, right?
Yes,
You know,
I'm sure that feeling is very unfamiliar to Tiny.
right. Of course, I'm the one that does the thinking. Anyway, so once all this lake business is taken care of, I think you and I could, and of course, Blight Chaser, could stand to make a great deal of money.
Is that right? Well, we both know that I will always be into the money game, but
Right.
I don't think Blight Chaser he's in it for that. I mean, we go to the stores and he doesn't really spend anything, and it doesn't like I don't get it. He has all this money and he just keeps it.
That's the weirdest thing, right?
It's the weirdest thing. It truly is. But to each their own.
Right. So
But-
anyway, here's what I'm thinking.
Okay.
So, you know how I've got some side gigs, like I said, right?
Right. The side gigs. Yes, exactly.
Right.
Are
I'm
they the same ones as you used to have?
Well, since you left, I kind of started dabbling in a few different ones. One of them being, let's say, contests of strength, right?
Okay.
And I got myself a pretty good fighter. His name is Grug. He's a half-orc. He's a big, strong guy,
I
right?
like it. Thus far, very nice.
Why don't we get Blight Chaser and my boy Grug have a bit of a competition?
Okay.
Bad idea.
I'm gonna be honest. How do I put this? On the way here, you could say we had a trial of that, and I don't know that's a good idea.
What is someone else running another fighting ring? What's going on?
Yeah, so I think so here's the deal. We were leaving Durin, and,
Oh my god.
and let's just say you know Black Chaser, big reputation, amazing.
Oh, sure. Big hero, all that stuff.
Suneater,
Right.
son of Suneater. Yes. Yeah.
This is hard.
Just now out comes a female dwarf, drunk, mind you. We're on a cart and we're about to leave, and then all of a sudden he picks a fight with her. And
Really?
I mean, yeah. I mean, who? I don't know. I'm just sitting in there. I'm just sitting there watching it. What am I supposed to do? Of course, make a bet.
Look, Gerbo,
We make a bet naturally. You know how we do, and
of course.
and all of a sudden, he loses.
He loses. You picked right. He loses.
I don't know.
No!
I'm thinking. So track me on this though. What if
Yeah.
here's the I've got it. You just thought Braundir, big strong Braundir, the best thing, most known, well-known dwarf. What if you go to Durin and you search for that female dwarf and you put her in your ring and say she's the only one that's ever beat the Blight Chaser.
Gosh.
That's genius.
Roll deception, Gerbo.
Amazing.
Deception?
Yes,
Okay.
because you are clearly lying.
Oh my god, so good.
Oh!
Damn,
God.
that's so good.
He's buying every cent.
Gedry kind of, oh yeah, right. You know, I got some contacts in Durin. Maybe we can find this lady.
Yes, I think he will know her name. I know he will know her name. Memorable moment, has to know her name. So we'll get the name and we'll connect you. And she seemed like she could use a change in scenery, and maybe this is it. Maybe this is the opportunity for her.
All right. I pick up what you're putting down. All right.
But other than that, all is well. We're just I think the long-term plan here is go get in the lake, fix it, whatever it is. I don't know yet. And we're hopefully fishing gets a little bit better here. Hopefully people look at it and they say, "Wow, Gerbo knows."
You know, I gotta say, it's really hurting business for me. You know.
Wouldn't it be better if fishing was better here? I think so.
Well, I mean, it would draw the fishermen. That's my customer base.
Here's what we'll do. If this fighter works out for you, and if we heal the lake and whatever's in it, everybody that comes into your bar, how about you say that it was Gerbo that solved the problem?
Oh, my boy. You're learning. You always take the credit. Perfect.
Nice. Didn't do a great persuasion roll, but it's all good.
I just saw Zach's previous messages just now. That's fantastic.
So amazing.
But I gotta say, I gotta meet the rest of your crew, your squad.
Well, you brought yours here. In hindsight, I'm kind of wondering why you brought them here. I'm not a threat to you, right?
Yeah, that's true. But every now and then I like to take some of my boys out.
Are you showing them off to me? You haven't seen me in so long. You brought them as a flex. You're trying to show
Oh, Gerbo, my boy. You've got it all figured. And he'll clap your shoulder, and he does it with the gloved hand. And you actually notice that his hand doesn't move at all. And it almost doesn't feel like a hand is slapping you on the back. He does almost instinctively. But he's kind of lost in the moment, and he kind of forgets himself.
Sure. I'm not gonna say anything about it. I'm gonna keep it.
Okay.
Well, how about this? I don't know when we're heading to the lake, but well, why don't you come inside? Maybe just for a minute.
Well, I don't know. Lawson and I, let's just
Yeah,
say there was
probably
some.
true.
There was a little bit of friction at the Pearl not too long ago.
Yeah.
Had to let some people go. You know, it was a real mess.
Not great.
Right.
Well,
You know, some activity that I had no idea about. You know.
yeah. Well, he you always seem to find a way to make money.
The key, my boy Gerbo, is plausible deniability.
I like it. I like it already. Whatever was going on, I don't want to know what it is. Right?
That's right. And
Plausible
the less
deniability.
you
I don't
know,
want to know. I just don't tell me.
hey, the less you know, the better.
The less you know, the better. Well,
You
how
know
about
all.
this?
You know
How
all
about
the
this?
crazy antics.
When we heal the lake, we'll come to the Pearl, and forever will the Pearl be the place that the heroes celebrated.
Hey, I like it. I like it.
Yeah?
Draw a bit of more clientele. All
I
right.
like it, and maybe we can get Lorson to put a nice little plaque on the outside of your building,
Black. Oh,
right?
are you kidding? He'd have a. Oh man, he'd break out in hives at the prospect. I
Well,
love it.
I love it too. That's what we do, right? Anything to get Lorson all riled up.
This guy's gonna swim away the second he's in danger.
Yep.
You know it.
Okay, well, Gedrin, I'm gonna be honest. I've got to go back, but when the next time you see me, it'll be me. It'll be well a dark, very dark druid with me. So when I walk in, say I walk in first. If I walk in and then after I walk in, it gets darker, that's because Cella walked in. Okay?
All right. One of the darker types. Yeah, sure,
So if
sure.
you're doing your thing and you're
Dark and brooding, you know, that
Dark,
kind of thing. Got
very,
that whole angle.
very. You're turned around, you're not facing the entrance, and everybody's like, yeah. And all of a sudden it gets darker, you know we have entered.
All right. All right.
I like this reputation.
Yes, and then we have two more. We have Ephelien. If history repeats itself, we'll have an animal with her, bloody. And I'm sorry in advance. Just know that you're gonna have to clean up later. It's going to be fine. And if she drinks, it'll be interesting. I've never seen someone
Oh, is she a fun drunk? I love those.
very fun. Changes colors. Actually, never seen it.
Oh,
Very
I don't.
bizarre.
I gotta say, I haven't seen anyone change color
Yeah.
over a lot of drinks.
It's
I'm
gonna
gonna look forward to that.
And then obviously Blight Chaser, he'll be there. Braundir will be there. I don't know. He likes to drink. Maybe plan to have a lot more of the tasties there.
Maybe I can offer him maybe I can make him another business proposition there too. Because I mean, you got to admit, Blight Chase has got a little more clout than some no-name dwarf.
I'd ask him about
lady.
it. I think he would tell you that your real number needs to be the woman. Needs to be the female dwarf.
Maybe so. Maybe so.
Okay,
All right.
gotta go now.
All right. You take care of yourself, all right? Don't get yourself eaten or anything.
You remember how to get out the secret way?
Gerbo, you insult me.
You were well, I just know you don't like being seen coming in and out, and I wanted to make sure.
Of course.
And I am going to give him. I'm gonna walk up to him and give him a. What was I gonna give him? I am going to give him. I'm actually going to give him Gearhead's Bolt Blaster.
Whoa.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Whoa.
do it. I've got a plan here.
Hope I'm ready to not
Okay.
Yeah, no, I've got a plan here.
Okay.
So I'm gonna pull out the bolt blaster, and
Yeah.
I'm gonna say, Gedry, I know you like to make money, but
That I do.
I bet you do. I need you to hold on to this. And when we celebrate, I need you to bring it to me.
All right.
Why are you
I'll keep it.
Okay?
That's, you got my word that I'm not going to sell it or anything like that.
Okay.
might trade it.
Okay. Well, I just need you to know that if I get there and we're celebrating and you don't have it, I have learned a lot of magic since the last time you met me. And really, you don't want to be on the other end of it. And remember, I'm walking in with a person who will literally darken your room. And
Hey, certain clientele like that. But hey,
that's true. That is true. I'm going to make an intimidation roll.
all right.
Not great.
No.
Not that great.
Not great, but I'll play it.
Sure.
What?
Oh, are you threatening? Are you trying to intimidate me? Gerbo.
I thought I could do it, but you always had that one up on me.
That's right. That's right. Now, I'm feeling in a good mood.
As
Sure.
you should.
I'll take
We
you.
haven't seen each other in forever. Of course, you should feel in a great mood.
I'll take your item, your gun, your crossbow. It's a nice looking crossbow, I gotta say. Very weird, very unique. I like it.
Yep, and I better see it again. If I don't
All
see
right.
it again, well, there's going to be something. All of that we celebrated here, plaques, and we'll always remember, gone. I'll make sure. You'll see. I need to see it again.
All right. You'll see it again. Don't worry. Don't worry about it. I got it. He'll hand it off to Tiny, who will take it in one large fist.
Sweet.
Cool.
I'll say, all right. Anything else? I could probably get you something if you want it.
I don't do that anymore.
All right.
All this time on the road, you can't find anything. I couldn't let that stop me.
All right. I'll let you figure out the stuff going on in the lake. I'll be doing my thing.
Okay. Well, next time I see you, we'll be celebrating.
Adios.
Amazing.
So fun.
Also, for clarification, Gerbo, the full name of his establishment is the Pink Pearl. And, well, it is a place of ill repute.
Seems about right.
Oh, really?
You would have never guessed, I'm sure.
That might have been one of the most painful dialogues I've ever had to sit through.
I thought it was amazing.
My apologies.
I feel like we've met that guy's voice before. I don't remember where. But I
It may
feel
have
like
been in the first campaign. I wouldn't be surprised if I
There was-
busted that one out.
someone. But it's always good, Drew.
Yes. Hey, come on.
Yeah,
There's somebody. There was somebody
What
who
is it?
talked like that.
Okay. So we're now going to flip back to
Felix in the original Adventure Zone talked like that, kind of, didn't he?
Felix. I don't know.
Who was at the Fantasy Costco?
Oh, no, he had a voice like this.
Oh, you're right. Yeah.
I forgot.
It was very theatrical.
Or maybe you're thinking of Gary in the New Adventure Zone.
I am thinking of Gary in
It's
the New
me,
Adventure Zone.
Gary.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey guys, it's me, Gary. Okay.
All right.
All right.
That's
Anyway,
a free plug for the Adventure Zone. You're welcome, McElroy Brothers.
yeah.
there's your plug.
Send us your royalties.
That was amazing.
All right, time for a scene transition. So now we're back to Eldrin and you guys, and he is taking you to another wing of this floor. Apparently, this is the mage's quarters. So all the mages are located here. And the door is already open, and he'll take you guys to a female elf who has whiter hair, so she appears to be older, and she is actually kind of fiddling around with a piece of armor already. And she kind of jumps whenever Eldrin kind of knocks on the door that's ajar. She says, "Oh, Eldrin, she'll see everyone else. What's going on? They need their weapons enchanted. Could you handle it, please?" Sure.
We're going into the lake. We need some express next day shipping, all hands on deck, ultra fast enchantments.
Same day shipping.
All right, I'll have to see what I can do. You'll have to give me at least an hour. But what weapons are you trying to get enchanted here exactly?
Lorson will probably back me up, but we need, even if it takes 50 mages, we're going to have to enchant our weapons as soon as possible so we can go down in the lake and kill monsters.
Oh, you're going down to the lake?
I can help a little bit. I can make cold. I can channel cold.
Okay,
I
all
think
right.
Gerbo can channel lightning. Cella can probably
All right.
channel a bunch of shit, but anyway, we're gonna have to do them. It's gonna have to be the fastest enchantments you've ever done.
I suppose I could help as well to expedite the process.
It's gonna be a montage.
Montage.
So, mechanically speaking, you guys have two choices. One, you can pick a weapon and enchant it, and you can get a plus 2 to hit. And is it plus 2 to hit and damage?
Yeah.
Right. So that'd be a flat plus 2 bonus with no elemental damage associated with it. Or 2, you can get a plus 1. Your weapon will be magical, and it'll deal elemental damage, a d8 of damage to be precise. Elemental damage of your choice.
So either a flat +2 or a +1 and 8 elemental damage.
Correct.
The D8 elemental damage.
Correct.
Well, I have two weapons that need to be enchanted, so I'll put different things on them.
Okay.
See.
Cella.
For Cella, you may need to give her like a Wand of the War Mage enchantment.
Give a what? Sorry.
Like the Wand of the War Mage enchantment, but it doesn't have to be a wand. You can put it on a staff, but
Okay.
that's the one that is the equivalent of +1, +2 weapons for spellcasters.
Okay.
Interesting. I have a crossbow. That might not
All
be
right.
the worst thing in the world.
Do you have a quarterstaff?
I have a sickle and a crossbow.
You have a sickle?
I do.
That's sick.
Because it seemed to fit.
Yeah.
It just doesn't do as much damage as the crossbow, so I don't use it much. But
Well, I mean, here's your chance. You could enchant it and stuff.
yeah, it would be great for the story building, but maybe not super helpful, especially slicing damage against water, piercing, slicing. It just doesn't feel like we're gonna. I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna do the crossbow. I'm gonna enchant the crossbow.
Okay.
Do I need to
How-
send it to him?
Well, how are you going to? Well, it's just a regular crossbow, correct?
Oh, okay.
Is it a light crossbow?
Yeah,
Heavy?
light
Light.
crossbow.
Okay. And how are you enchanting it? +2?
I think
Plus
I'd like to do
one.
the +1 with like cold elemental magic.
Okay. Gerbo's not there.
Not there.
He's getting into trouble with
I'm
his old
missing
drug
out.
dealer.
I'm missing out on this enchantment.
Well, he gave away his weapon anyway, so
Yeah, I did not expect that. Okay.
I've got a plan, guys. I've got a plan for it.
All right. I'll believe you.
What are all? So, are all the elementals like earth, wind, water, fire, or you said cold? What are those? What are the options there?
So all the elements, let me look it up.
it's acid for
Okay.
earth, basically. Acid, fire,
Cold, lightning.
cold, lightning,
So like dragonborn
and
things.
thunder.
Yeah, it's like the Dragonborn things, actually. Yes.
Okay.
There's
Let me look
5,
those
I
up.
think, because lightning and thunder are separate.
That's right. It's really weird. Honestly, I think you should call it sonic damage instead of thunder. But anyway,
Wait, that's interesting.
yeah, because thunder damage is basically sonic or sound kind of base damage.
Right, that's true.
So let me write all these down so I can make them on D&D Beyond.
Yeah, that's fair. Please.
So Cella wants a sickle, right? Or was it a crossbow?
Crossbow.
I'm gonna do the crossbow. It does more. It packs more of a punch.
Is it a light
And she's-
crossbow?
It is a
Yes.
light crossbow.
And you want +1 and 1d8 cold.
Yes.
Okay.
I do. It would be cool to use the sickle, but it's a D8 versus a D4. So
That is a big difference.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
The
So
sickle
maybe
might
with the-
work with your what do you call it? Spore shit. I don't know if
Yeah.
it's melee or specific or not.
Oh, that's a good point. Hold on, let me double check the fungal infestation. The halo of spores. No, the halo of spores is just dependent on if somebody moves into range.
So you can expend a use of your wild shape to awaken the spores rather than transforming. And then your melee attacks deal extra 1d6 poison damage. Yeah, so you could, if you wanted to use that with your sickle, you could deal a d8 and a d6 on top of it.
yeah, that seems pretty good.
Hold on. Oh, it's part of symbiotic entity.
Yeah.
Gotcha. That is a great point. But that can also be done with my conjured elemental blade.
Yeah, you could do that too.
Yeah.
Options abound. I'll go with the crossbow. I'll be glad I did. It'll help more.
Okay, I've got that written down.
Actually, as a funny note, crossbows do better underwater than a typical bow. But anyway. So what about Braundir?
You have a great axe with no enchantment on it, right?
Yeah.
Yes, yeah, definitely going to use that great axe. So it's cold, lightning, sonic, and what?
Fire
Fire,
and acid.
acid.
That's the elemental ones.
Don't do acid. No, acid's okay. Just not poison.
Yeah.
Right.
Poison's the worst damage type, and the best is radiant. But I don't
Yeah.
think Drew's gonna let us get radiant.
No.
I mean, wizards probably couldn't do it anyway. So
Right. Yeah. It'd be far more likely that they'd be at least like in a pinch on the fly. They could probably get you the elemental stuff before the others.
What? Okay, so is the element that we choose also drive into a narrative of like the effect. Like if I'm assuming that if you strike with a cold weapon, does it like start to ice the figure a little bit? If I strike with a sonic weapon, does it just like I'm trying to think like
So
We talked about it a little
it's
bit.
really just like a stat.
yeah. Brett and I kind of discussed this a little bit.
Like a sonic weapon, thunder weapon would make tons of noise. A fire weapon might be worse underwater, right?
Right.
Yeah.
But it could set something on fire potentially.
I think if you hit something with cold damage enough times, it might like freeze it.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I think I could imagine that, and maybe like potentially even on a crit.
Or you could like hold your weapon up to your drink and cool it off.
Yeah, you could do that too. I'm sure.
You accidentally crit on that roll, and like the whole drink explodes and shatters.
Yeah, that sounds right.
That would be amazing.
Just sounds like typical D&D to me.
Yeah, risky business.
Okay, and so for whatever reason, my gut is going to thunder. I'm not really sure how that's going to play out, but I think that's what I want. I don't really know how I'm going to use that, but I think it's like pretty equal across all boundaries, which is very much a Braundir mentality, and it may play into my barbarian strength. So I really don't know logically or strategic. Like I'm pairing like Pokemon with their respective gems, right? Like trying to what's the best one for this and that. But yeah, I'm just going to go Thunder / Sonic and go for that.
I am just going to say as a general thing, when it comes to the elementals, and Brett and I kind of looked it up, it's not really like a rock paper scissors kind of thing, like you would from like Pokemon as an obvious example, right? Like very few of the elementals have true like weaknesses.
Okay.
None of them do, except for Earth Elemental had one weakness. What was it?
Thunder or lightning?
Thunder.
It was thunder.
It was thunder.
That was the only weakness we saw in any of the normal elementals.
The normal elementals do not have a weakness per se. They rather have damage resistances and immunities.
Okay. Well, yeah, I'm thinking that like when I was thinking about Sonic, I was thinking like Sonic Explosion or Sonic Boom or something like that, being able to slam down an axe in Barbaric Rage or something. I don't know.
I feel like it would add to your intimidation.
I think it definitely would, yeah.
So I just that's just kind of where I went to immediately. So that's what I'll do. I'll do the +1 with 1d8 Sonic or Thunder.
Yeah, go with your gut on that one. Because really there's not very many wrong answers on this. So
cool. Well, it's good to know that it's not like a rock paper scissors thing, because I mean I was curious about that. I'm like strategically thinking what to do. But.
Right, like it's not that straightforward, unfortunately.
It seems like poison is worst and radiance the best, and the rest are pretty much equal.
Yeah.
Cool.
So, all right. So you guys have chosen. Well, sorry, Gerbo. Anyway,
I didn't. It's all good, honestly.
He'll find us while we're in this process at some point, probably.
Yeah, I'd say so. What?
If it takes an hour.
Yeah, that's true.
What was the person's name who's enchanting?
Seda.
Okay, cool. Well, I'll walk in then. That's cool. I can get reconnected with everybody. All
right. So let's say it's like been a few minutes and you've come back. Everyone's kind of deciding what they want to do, how they want to enchant their weapons. Eldrin's kind of impatiently awaiting.
Yeah, cool. I'm good. I'm on the. I feel good about not getting an enchanted weapon. I'm fine with that. So I walk in and I say, well, it looks like Seda is treating everyone well.
Seda will look up from her work. Master Gerbo, good to see you again.
Yes.
I'm back.
Seda is treating everyone quite well.
Well, who brought you breakfast this morning?
Oh, and you are treating everyone quite well, Master Gerbo.
Oh, I thought that was a shot at me. I'm sorry.
No, look at you.
Eldrin's just kind of tapping his foot, kind of waiting.
Is that Eladrin?
Oh, the gnome.
Oh, so it's not just druids, huh?
Or
The gnome.
dwarves.
Eladrin. Well,
This guy's
we haven't
Oh,
seen
no.
each other in a long time.
Eldrin, the asshole.
the racist.
Eladrin, I see you still don't like druids.
Naturally.
Tell me, Gerbo,
brings-
in all of the years you've known Eladrin, is there anyone that he does like besides himself?
Does the mirror count?
Oh!
Elf jokes. Am I right, everybody? Elf jokes.
Yes, we're all quite self-absorbed. Very good.
Well, Eldrin, have they convinced you to come into the lake with us?
Well, honestly, it didn't require much convincing. I was honestly waiting on Lord Lawson's word for it. I've been in the lake before, but against the Lord's wishes. So,
And we still have a problem, huh?
well, I couldn't exactly do much by myself. I guess you could say I was doing a bit of studying.
Ah, well, I can only hope that we can use that research.
Perhaps.
Now, what'll it take to pry it out of you?
Well, when we actually get there.
Gerbo, do you want to get an enchantment on a short bow or a dagger or a crossbow or something?
Ah, well, I think a dagger would be interesting. To this point, that's not a weapon I typically use, but if you told me that I could be sneaky and I could stab someone, yeah,
You could throw
I
it
could
too.
be. That feels like I could be into that.
What about that awesome gearhead crossbow you had?
Yes, that. Oh, true. That's a good one. Yep, that's one that I was given.
Okay.
But you don't want to enchant it. I mean,
No, it was already enchanted. It's fine.
if you say so.
It's all good. It's all good. That to be honest, I don't have it anymore, but I have a plan for it, and let's just say it's going to come in handy later.
I can't say I trust you a single bit. That you would give away your strongest weapon when we're about to go to the bottom of a lake?
Do arrows fly underwater?
Cella hefts the crossbow. Let's hope so.
What?
Crossbows
What
aren't bad
do you want?
underwater.
Why? Why
Actually-
would you do such a thing?
Have you heard of a harpoon gun? It's basically like that.
yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Well, are we getting
As it
harpooned?
actually happens, crossbows are like the one long range
Ranged
weapon you would
weapon.
want.
Yeah, that makes a lot
underwater
of
because they've got so
sense. They're
much power.
spring loaded.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
It still has short range, but it still
Yeah.
works.
I'm fine to be corrected on that. In game, I'm good with that.
But yeah, Eldrin actually is going to say, Gerbo, I cannot say I have to say I'm surprised. Tactically speaking, I think you would do far better with some sort of long-range weapon rather than, say, a dagger.
Yeah, remember last time that you ran in towards the elemental? That was fun.
You can throw daggers. Probably not while you're underwater, but
I rolled a stealth roll, and I'm going to my goal here is to sneak somehow from him looking at me to speed and be behind him.
All right,
I don't
so
know how
I
to
think
do it.
I actually have a character sheet for this guy, so I'm going to roll. I think it's perception, right,
Okay, I love it.
to combat that, right?
Probably.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
did not.
Is it supposed to populate in the chat?
It should. Nope. There it is.
Oh, very nice.
So the
Wait,
first one
okay.
counts.
Oh,
Yeah.
man, I saw the crit. I was like, ooh.
Yeah,
13.
so the one on the left counts. So yeah, you still sneak past him.
Mm-hmm. And I, at that point, am going to I have the dagger in my hand that I'm going to enchant, and I just kind of have it like on his side. Like I sneak past him and I just have it on his side. And I just say like, well, let's just say I've gotten a little bit better at these short range weapons.
So you have.
And
Again,
then
he's not really.
Phased, yeah, that's
Yeah.
fine. And then I put it like on the table by the enchanted stuff.
What kind of enchantment do you want on it?
How about you surprise me?
You could do lightning to match your shocking grasp thing, unless you want to diversify.
I love it.
Something.
Let's do lightning. It's gonna be
Yes,
terrible.
that sounds
underwater.
about right.
It's gonna be so bad underwater, but
Bad for you.
I love it. Let's do it.
Chaos.
Chaos reigns.
I'm
Chaos
just
is
gonna go off of the art.
There you go.
I'm gonna go off of the art. She has a blue blade, so I'm gonna get cold on my blade, and she has an orange bowstring, so I'm gonna get fire in the bow.
Very thematic.
That's cool.
Sure, just go off the art, might as well.
That's cool.
Love it.
Very well.
Eldrin isn't phased by much. He's never been phased by much through the years.
It's not so much being phased, so much as it is controlling your reactions.
You know, part of me is a little surprised you went into the lake without Sir Lorson's knowledge.
It always rubbed me the wrong way that we gave so much autonomy to the people to the druids in the water temple. I wanted to see for myself what they were doing.
Did you like what you saw? Of course
no.
you didn't. They're druids.
Yes, you answered your own question for you.
I'm used to doing that.
At any rate, it was several years ago, so there really wasn't terribly much that was interesting to me.
Ephelien's gonna grill. She's gonna grill this guy with questions to try to gauge his combat ability. Because that's all she cares about. She doesn't care if he's rude.
That's fair. That's fair. Ever
I
practical.
love it.
My combat ability.
She'll ask him a bunch of tactical questions to try to gauge his combat ability. And what
Do I
he
need to
can
make a
do.
roll? Do I need to make a roll for that? I guess.
I don't
Maybe.
think so. Roll to see if he's
Yeah.
annoyed.
I guess. I don't know what would be annoyed.
A knowledge roll.
Yeah.
He's probably guaranteed to be annoyed.
Yeah, well, yeah, he is guaranteed to be annoyed. So yeah, Ephelien, you're going to ask him several tactical questions, and he seems fairly knowledgeable, particularly when it comes to like one-on-one situations, or when it comes to cases where it's one against many.
I'll ask him questions like, so are you one of those wizards that just fireballs everything? Because that might not be as effective in this situation.
Well, Fireball has its place, but I prefer other spells, to be quite honest. Usually I prefer to negate most magic. So I usually have counter spells ready at hand, dispelling magic as I need it.
That's good. I don't think we have anyone else in our group that can counterspell.
Nope.
Right. He'll pull out just a sword from his side. He'll say, "You know, you'd be surprised how many casters are just utterly caught off guard when they have when they have a sword through them. They prepared for all these other magical attacks, all these other defenses, and yet just this simple bit of steel is enough. I prefer to be more practical minded.
While we're still waiting, Ephelien's going to grab a random sword off one of the tables and spar with him
Okay.
to see if he's any good with the sword.
All right.
I like it. I put a gold piece down on the side on Ephelien's side, and I say, "Well, we all know what I'll be doing." And I put I flick a gold piece over on her side.
I don't know what that would be. Dexterity?
For me to flick a gold piece on her side?
No. I'm talking about the sword fight or sword duel.
Does he use a rapier, a great sword? It depends.
It'd be more like a rapier, I think.
So they'd probably both be quick. It would be like an
Yeah.
actual fencing thing.
Yeah, it would be. It would be actual fencing. So I'm gonna say that he holds his own for like a minute, but you manage to disarm him. So
And
Ephelien,
she doesn't say
Yeah.
anything one way or the other.
yeah,
Just like silent.
okay.
Love it.
And he says, "Wow, you're very good." Huh.
Cella is like impatiently like tapping her foot on the floor, leaned over the counter, watching Phaedra. That's her name, right? Theta.
Say
And-
that.
Enchanting the weapons.
Stay there.
How much
So-
longer?
Well, let's see. Which one is she on right now? I'd say she is working on. It would be Cella's own crossbow, or no? Is it? Yeah, crossbow. We decided on crossbow, right?
Yeah.
Oh, to be a few minutes more. Don't worry.
Hey, Drew.
Yeah.
Is it OP to get my hand axes also enchanted? If it is, that's totally cool.
We can only use one at a time, so it doesn't really add anything.
Yeah. I don't think it really would add much in your case.
I mean, like, it doesn't make you more overpowered.
Right.
It just would give you another option, so...
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I was thinking like either having both of them as cold or like one hot and one cold, and then just diversifying. And hand axes aren't very strong. It's a 1d6 anyway.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking like more the opportunity of using it as a narrative piece almost.
Sure.
And
I like it.
instead, and just like, I don't know, now I have a great axe, two hand axes, and they all do different elemental damages.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I agree with that.
Well, Ephelien has two weapons, so it would only
Yeah.
be fair.
And like I said, they're like tiny, but they may be effective. I don't know. I really liked the idea of like making a beer cold with like bringing up a hand axe and like cold, making a beer cold, or warming Gerbo's beer when he's not looking.
Yeah. That's good. That's good. I like
The
that.
worst. A warm beer.
No one wants a warm beer.
A warm mead.
Well,
Yeah.
Yeah,
So.
drink mead warm. Actually, I think that's the thing.
Mm.
So
Oh
if,
yeah.
if we were going to craft these magic items by ourselves and go out of the DM's guide, it takes 8 hours a day for 20 days to craft a minimum level magic item.
That's absurd.
Not for these elves.
Yes.
No.
20 days later.
Yeah, like Gerbo's book.
For a
I'm
rare
afraid
item,
not.
it's 200 days.
Wow.
God. These aren't even basic items. That's the thing.
Yeah,
Like,
but I mean, we don't have to follow the DM guide rules. They're kind
We're-
of absurd.
we're not. We're
That
not.
is a little wild.
Well, I think Dungeons and Dragons is also played with more downtime
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
than. Well, Brett and I's campaigns are pretty like
Fast paced, for
Right.
sure.
Right.
Mine hasn't really stopped. There hasn't really been a big lull period for you guys.
In Xanathar's, they changed the rules and made it way less, so they obviously know that it's a lot.
Right. Yeah, it'd be a totally different pacing. It would be a totally different game, I think, if I took that like time frame.
And we can say that Larson brought a bunch of people down to do this at the same time, and
Yeah,
probably.
they sweatshopped it.
Group effort. Yeah.
I would say so. Yeah, Seda would lead the effort, and there'd be several other assisting mages. Eldrin himself would probably assist to a certain degree. Right. So cue the
Too bad there weren't dwarves.
yeah, that could have worked well.
Could have
Could've been
7 of them.
Stone singers.
Yeah, montage.
Yes, that was the word. I lost it. Montage.
Gonna have a montage.
Montage.
So you guys have a montage. It lasts for an hour.
All right.
The weapons are enchanted.
So what did you want to get on your hand axes?
Yeah. What did you want on your hand?
Yeah, I want one fire and one cold, I guess. And if it's too OP to have a D8, then a D4 is fine. I more want it for the narrative aspect than like a damage aspect, because I don't really use them that often, but it could come in handy, I'm thinking. Up to y'all.
Yeah.
Whatever do, thanks.
Yeah. I am pretty open right now.
Do you want to do them both D8 or do you want to do two D4s? Like you suggested.
I think 2d4s makes sense on like
Right.
throwing like ranged weapons like that.
Yeah, and they would
Especially
both
if
be
they're like
+1,
side
so-
weapons.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. It's a bit different with like a crossbow, obviously.
Uh-huh.
But yeah.
Well, you can
Cool.
dual wield them, so
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
add it together into a D8 basically.
Yeah. That would equal it to the same. Yeah, so that works out.
Okay, I'll make those items in D&D Beyond before next time.
All right. Sweet.
Thank you.
I'm gonna
So
open up Twitch and watch Brett do that.
right now.
All right.
So Seda gives you guys your weapons back and says, "Whew, well, that was one of the fastest enchantments I've ever done. But it is done." And there's a crack of lightning and thunder that's heard from outside.
Thank you for your haste. I think we have little time to spare. I almost rhymed. I changed it, so I didn't rhyme.
Ah, well. Eldrin, once like the last weapon's handed, he's already walking out the door. He says, "Well, we don't have any time to waste. Let's go."
At least on that, we agree.
Indeed. So, what do you think? Would a ship assist us or not?
Thought we were promised a fleet.
Yes, well, tactically speaking, I think it would make more sense if we drew less attention. We have to understand, if we took the whole fleet out there, I have a bad feeling that it would make most of our ships vulnerable rather than being an asset. Remember, these druids control the storm.
Eldrin, do you know how many druids there are? The circles that I come from are quite small, but I know that this can vary.
Let me actually go to the temple and kind of give you a rough guesstimate.
Hey.
Wah, wah.
While I was doing that, Braundir's weapon, I made Braundir's axe. It's called Braundir's axe.
Sweet.
And now I'm going to make the crossbow.
Thanks.
And then while you're doing that, Drew, I'm going to say, I recommend we take the family's boat.
The family's private boat.
Well, always going in style.
So, if I were to estimate it, I would imagine that there are probably more than 40, I would suspect, down there.
I doubt
Certainly
that
not as many as 100.
40 of them, and I can't count. 5 of us. Doesn't seem like good odds.
Never tell me the odds.
Yes, but keep in mind, if we keep our heads about us, and we operate with a little bit of modicum of stealth, I think we can manage.
What if I told you I had access to more people?
More people.
Well, Eldrin, I'm a part of that thieves guild, right?
Ah, yes.
We don't have time to wait, Master Gerbo.
Well, it's not about waiting. It's about maybe sending one of your weird little animals out, and that's how you communicate with people. So why can't we use it for me?
We need to go. We need to get to the temple now.
Call down a bird, send the bird, and then we go,
It will
and they
take
meet us
hours.
at the bottom.
I am not.
How are they supposed to get to the bottom of the lake?
I don't know. I'm not a druid.
Well,
How am I supposed to get to the bottom of the lake? I don't know.
I mean, I believe that either the Druid or myself can give us water breathing.
I knew I brought you along for something.
Cella flashes her teeth at Gerbo. Don't mistake my friendship, Master Gerbo. I do not do your bidding. I am not one of your servants.
You proposed a problem. I proposed a solution.
I do
But
not
that's
know
fine.
how.
We don't need any more people. We can. Eldrin believes we can handle it on his own as long as we're sneaky. Good thing I'm sneaky.
They're
Yes.
sneaky, all right.
I suppose my point, though, is that we don't need to drag too many people because, well, think about it. They sent those mages back for a reason. It was a provocation. I think they're expecting us to come in force.
I agree with Eldrin in this one. Let's lay low and just be effective as possible. Maybe as long as we don't cause such a stir, we don't have to face all of these mages at once, or druids at once.
Precisely. My thoughts exactly.
Look, we're all getting along with Eldrin.
Well,
Oh,
you're
stop
all
being
agreeing.
petty, Gerbo.
Well, for all your other faults, at the very least, you have a certain amount of sense.
Let's be swift then. Let's go to the lake.
Now, I suppose my question remains, do we take... I think maybe we might get away with taking one ship, but perhaps it might be good to not take one at all.
Couldn't we swim? Sure, so as not to attract more attention.
Right.
Or maybe we do as the queen does and send 2 decoy ships, and nobody knows which ship we're on. We're in one of the 3.
I think swimming or walking on the water would attract more attention than the ship.
Okay, well, I like Braundir's idea. I'll hire clones for everyone, and we'll all have a duplicate. And one group will go in the water, one group will go on a boat, and then we'll go from there.
I do not think we should divide.
You're right. Nobody can duplicate Cella.
Is there a way that we can possibly airdrop into the lake and not worry about ships at all?
Well,
Oh.
I
Ooh.
wouldn't say that my flying abilities are very stable, but, well, I could get you close.
If you're talking about flying over the lake and just diving in, kind of gives it a moment's consideration.
If we go in and go straight down, we'll reduce any motion or movement that, and really all surprise would be elevated.
I could be wrong, but if these druids are anything like the other druids I know, anything like us, then they'll be very in tune with any disturbances in the lake. I think anything out of the ordinary will draw their attention. I think the stealthiest approach would be to approach from the shoreline into the water and navigate from the shore quietly along the bottom to the temple. I only don't know how to speed along our swimming to get us there in time.
Right. My only concern is time.
I think
How
a
far
single
out
ship.
in the lake is this temple?
In the middle.
How long will it take us to get there?
Walking at the bottom of the lake. It could take an hour, maybe more.
That's a lot of miles. I think a ship would be better.
Or what if you had something that could swim very fast that you could hold on to?
Are you proposing turning into a massive sea creature?
Perhaps.
Well, that lake is as big as the entire Redwoods, so it's gonna take some time to get to the middle.
True that.
So wait, if what's your name? He'll point to Ephelien. Ephelien, right?
Ephelien. Hello.
So perhaps you're right. Perhaps it would be draw less attention to go by means of a ship. I don't know how many would be out in a ship at this precise moment. The storm seems to be picking up strength.
I don't think they'll think it's that out of the ordinary to see one ship.
Perhaps.
But the danger of the sea monsters. Are we forgetting about that?
I feel like a ship would provide more protection than swimming or going underwater.
What about the opportunity to be a Navy sea lion and drop straight in from the air?
I mean, if we could do that, yeah. I just don't know how we would.
Well, flying doesn't last very long as a spell, but how long is it? I think it's an hour for polymorph as well.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, it's a big lake.
are you talking about, yeah. But I mean, I don't know that a ship is going to be that much slower in a storm than swimming underneath the surface.
Well, the idea of keeping a spell going for that long, I think, is the thing.
Well, water breathing does last for 24 hours.
yeah, and wild shape could last for like 3 hours. I think it's a 3-hour spell.
But if this is the same size as the Redwoods, and the Redwoods...
It took days to traverse.
It was going to be a 3-day trip from the southeast corner of the lake to get to Eladrin.
Right.
Okay.
Which
yeah, that's true.
Well, if
be
we
a 1-day flight.
if we go off of our travel distances, if assuming the map was going to be accurate, it would be a little less than half a day
Yeah.
of distance.
Right.
Though it's possible a ship could travel faster than our carriage did, but
we're in a
And
storm.
if we're
too.
underwater, we're walking slow.
If we're walking.
Yeah, underwater.
Right.
Want to keep our energy up.
That's also another factor to consider.
Yeah, that's true. Swimming would be tiring. Flying would be tiring. Okay.
See, would there be something that could propel us underwater? Although that would still be exhausting. Gosh.
By this point, Eldrin's kind of taken out a book of what looks to be a spell book. And he started kind of flipping through it, looking at them, looking at the different pages.
Eldrin, how did you get down to the bottom of the lake?
Well, in my case,
Is he high enough level to cast teleport? Probably not, but
what level would that? Is that a 5th level spell?
teleportation circle is. The teleport is like 7th or 8th.
Yeah, he's definitely not that high.
Okay, well we can't do that then.
Well, in my case, I was able to keep my energy up as I went. Back in the day, I did hitch a ride on the ship. I dived down, water breathing. At the time, well, as I was invisible and such, I was able to find the entrance without much to really stop me. There's no telling what's there now.
Well, shall I call the family ship?
If we can't fly, I suppose that's our only choice.
All right. I suppose we shall.
Even if the ship gets us most of the way there and we're able to dislodge and just, I don't know, not make a complete straight line, I'm really anticipating some sort of combat being on the way, and I'd really rather prepare for the worst.
Agreed. I anticipate there being some sort of battle before we get to the temple. What's Cella doing?
Cella, what are you doing?
Cella's thinking.
Cella,
She rolled a hit dice as
Yeah, I think she accidentally
Oh,
rolled
that
hit
was a
dice.
long time ago. Sorry, I was like trying to take a short rest and it rolled.
Okay. All right.
If we do end up taking the family boat, I'd like to describe it.
Just grab the keys.
Well, here's the
If
thing.
that-
Here's the thing. I've
if
got
that's okay.
I've got a ship, like map,
Okay, let's do it.
already.
I
Let's
made-
freaking go with it.
Let's do it.
I want to see the map.
I made those
I'm-
items. That's the name of them. You can add them to your character sheet,
Yeah.
and then you'll have to remove the old version of the weapon.
Yeah.
Okay, Drew, can when you show us the map, I think I'd like to describe it like as if like people are walking up and like I want to talk about it.
Okay. Sure. So I'm gonna have to. Okay, let me just move it.
Nice. Dope.
So let me go ahead and drag all your
So good.
tokens.
See it?
Nice. That's fun.
Dope.
Okay, test rolling.
Nice.
Cool.
That's a solid plus 11. It's solid.
How do I add it to? How do I add
You
them to
go
the character sheet?
to you go over here and you go to equipment,
That's what I did.
manage equipment.
Yeah.
Did you refresh your page?
No.
Refresh your D&D Beyond page. And then
Seems like they work.
equipment.
It's party time.
And then filter. And then you would actually go to
Even Eldrin has his token.
All right.
Nice.
Dang, this is like a warship.
Yeah, dude.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if cannons would be a thing, but here they are.
They might have like one more ship in case shit went down on the way.
See, like that's how I'm imagining this. Like this would almost be like a souped up Coast Guard ship almost for the lake. Except they've obviously made some additions. But yeah, Gerbo,
That's cool.
go ahead. Describe this beauty.
Sweet. I just rolled my dagger just to see what it did. It looks awesome. Okay, as we approach the ship, we're already on the ship right now, but as we approach it, I say to everybody, well, the family ship. She's quite large, and I would say that she's prepared for anything. So, Braundir, if you're scared of some monster in the water, I can only imagine this is the vessel to keep us safe. The true beauty is underneath, as it comes with a couple of rooms that are, the lavish things in life. Obviously, the people like me have to live nicely on the water, but let's just say that I think we will be safe.
All right, I'll be in Gerbo's room, and Braundir goes downstairs to find Gerbo's room.
It's pretty awesome.
So there's like a basic skeleton. I will just say there's a basic kind of skeleton crew that's like getting in and operating it.
Mm-hmm. How much? So Lorson's paying these people, right?
Well, I mean, yeah. Yes,
cool. I am going to. How many crewmen are there?
I would say for a ship this size, I think a skeleton crew might be like 20.
20 people?
Yeah. And that's just thinking of like the folks that would man the cannons and stuff like that,
Yep. I'm going to give each person 20 gold.
Oh.
As a little tip. Did it move from that? I think it did.
I don't think so.
You don't?
I think so.
Okay.
Cella flips her collar up and stares hesitantly at the ship. Since really ever been on one of these. It's quite unnatural. You trust it, Gerbo?
I definitely do, but if you feel comfortable going beside us as a giant whale, then feel free.
There's no need for dramatics. I might get in the water later, though.
Okay. Well, I just paid every crew member 20 gold to keep us safe. I don't know if that's supposed to make you feel better, but it's what I did.
Nature does not care about your gold. She takes a shaky step onto the plank and very awkwardly climbs the gangplank to the ship.
And then I yell to the crew members, "She's a newbie!"
Some of them kind of chuckle at that, but there are others that are also kind of stealing themselves, I guess you could say.
And
obviously,
How would you do?
Yes.
I gave you the evil eye.
Literally gave him the evil eye.
Yes.
Nice. So, with that, Eladrin says, well, I suppose we need to be heading out to the lake then.
Hey, so, pause real quick. Brett, on this, I'm looking at how my math adds up on my attacks.
Mm-hmm.
And it's +1 plus a roll of 1d8. And so whenever I hover over these attacks, I see it's a 1d12, which is just a regular great axe, +3, which is my... What is that? What's the +3? Just the...
Strength? What's your strength?
Yeah, +3 is strength. And then equals 7 + 3. What is the 7 plus 3?
The 7's what you rolled on the d12.
Yeah.
And so, where is the 1d8 on this?
It is. It looks like it's not showing up on yours.
Because I don't see the d8 or the d4s on my index.
Yeah, they're not showing up. I'll see if I can fix it.
Okay, it does. It shows it in here. You have a +1 to your bonus attack. Maybe I have to turn that on my Beyond 20.
I don't think so. If you have it equipped, it should work. Unless I might have done it wrong though. Let me check.
Turn my rage off too.
Have we? This would be a short. We've only had a short rest so far, right?
Yes, right.
'Cause I burned a couple spells last time.
Now keep in mind, you guys do have a couple of scrolls of Dimension Door. Right? I think that's what I gave you.
Scroll of teleportation, I thought.
Teleportation, something like that.
I asked for either of those, so depends on what he actually had. Teleport is a much higher level than Dimension Door.
With both of them, which one would both of them get you out of it? I guess.
Dimension Door can pull 2 people away 500 feet. Teleport would be all of us can teleport anywhere, assuming we know the destination. But like I said, it's a much higher level spell.
Teleport it is.
Okay, I'll add that to my equipment.
Yeah, helpful.
Just in case. Anyway.
Oh, scary shadow.
Yeah. Zach just plays as a shadow.
Yeesh.
The ghost of Zach. Yeah.
He's like muffled and everything.
Well, I was trying to.
I'm back from the dead.
Let's see, I guess that works. But my eyes were starting to strain from that lamp. So.
All right.
This ship is pretty legit.
Yeah, it's a cool
Like,
map.
Not bad.
Yeah, this is cool.
It's a cool map.
Okay.
It's a cool map. It's a big ship.
It is.
Are these 5-foot squares, I guess?
Yeah.
They're actually 3-foot squares.
What?
They're 3-foot squares.
3 3/4 foot squares.
3 and an 8.
Yeah.
3 and 5/8.
For some reason, when you were moving Eldrin, he turned into an oval.
Yeah, that actually happened by accident.
It's like Eldrin's using his magic and he's turning.
Oh.
He's morphing into ovals.
Hey there.
He's like, the secret to getting to the temple is actually turning into an oval.
My God. All right.
Be something.
So you guys sail off. The storm is pretty, it's pretty windy. It's pretty rainy. Seas are choppy. Brett's still figuring that out. It looks like you've got it though, right?
I'm rolling from your actions, and it looks like it's right.
Yeah, I see it in the notes now. I refreshed my page, and I do see thunder, fire, and cold.
It's cello rolling for seasickness.
Yes.
Nice. That's good. That's good.
I'm gonna
Very-
say
Exactly
that
what
you
I'm
look kind of green, but you're holding your own. You're definitely sitting down though.
Oh, yeah. Like, very close to the middle of the ship.
Right.
Oh, good call.
Very despicable unpleasant sort of means of transportation.
Eldrin's smiling.
That too.
He doesn't say anything. He's just smiling.
Let's see, yeah, Cella's gonna be up here. Gerbo, are you at the helm
I'm at the helm, man.
or at the?
Is this the helm? I don't know.
No,
I
no,
literally
sorry,
don't
the
know
helm would
anything
be
about
like-
boats.
You're at the. The
Eldrin's
stem.
going to kind of position himself about here.
I'm gonna go find Gerbo's bedroom and sleep in his sheets.
The silk sheets.
Okay.
Great
The
idea.
2,000 count.
Yeah,
That's right.
2,000 thread count.
yeah, 2013.
That's right.
Egyptian cotton
The
sheets.
best sheets.
Yeah.
The best.
Ephelien, is there anything you want to do?
Wool.
Just keep watch. Keep an eye out.
Okay. Got it. Eldrin's doing much of the same. He's towards the center, a little to the front, kind of watching to the sides. As you guys get closer.
So this is like a 2-day journey.
I wouldn't say 2 day. It would be half a day.
A
at
half
most.
day.
Half
We
day.
decided. Okay.
This
Just
is for the record for everybody in the group. This is the first time Gerbo has used the boat without anybody else from the family.
Nice.
You should
You're like
dialogue about it with someone.
you're like Andy on The Office.
The
Took out the family warship.
yeah, the family warship. It's my first time taking it out on my own. This is good. Everybody else is back at the back. I'm at the front.
Yeah, you
Enjoy.
are. Yeah. As you guys are going along, Ephelien, as you're kind of looking over the sides, looking in the water to try and spot something, you do see what looks to be like dead fish. A variety of dead fish that are starting to kind of floating along the surface.
I'll try to pull one out.
Okay. You pull it out, and it's a small, let's say, kind of a trout.
Lake trout.
As you're kind of examining it, it looks as if there are just these, like, let me think here. It looks as if there are these green, almost tendrils, tentacles that have kind of sprouted out of its like where its stomach is.
Not great.
Yeah, not a good sign.
Overall, not great.
And that's the most notable thing about it, unless you want to know more.
Seems good.
It's kind of what I expected, but so it looks like
Yeah.
it died naturally, or did something kill it?
You're thinking that like nothing physically harmed it other than, well, the obvious wound coming out of its stomach.
Yeah.
Annihilation.
Annihilation.
Oh, well, that might be where my subconscious is getting this stuff. Anyway, among other places. So,
Garrett's abusing the microphone. Put it away.
Sorry about that, everybody.
What's it called whenever people like talking to a microphone really quietly?
ASMR.
ASMR.
Yep.
D&D. I got my great axe.
Exploding fish. Exploding fish.
Man,
Okay.
Constitution saving throw.
Yes.
we're just hitting all high notes here.
Yeah. It's quality entertainment.
Oh, ASMR D&D. That
I'm sure it exists.
diagram
I bet
get taken advantage of.
now that we're saying like there's something for everyone, for sure.
For sure.
If we really wanted more viewers, that's a good way to go.
Yeah, it's true. So it's been a couple hours since you guys have been on the ship, or first got on the ship. It's the sea seems to be getting greener. Just the color of it's a little different. And Gerbo and Ephelien and Eladrin are going to make perception checks.
I just walked over to Eldrin, by the way.
Oh, okay. Whoa.
Perception. My passive perception is a 19.
Yeah. I mean, all right.
Good at perceiving.
No, my apologies. My passive intelligence is a 19.
Yeah.
You're good
So-
at investigating.
Not great.
Nope, not great.
Not great. The water's
All right.
green, everybody. I can tell you that the water is
It
green.
is green. My vision is intact.
It's working. The vision's working.
Eyeballs are firing.
Eldrin's
the,
gonna.
What are the waves like out here?
They're. It's getting kind of.
I mean, it is a lake instead of like an ocean, so I don't know what waves are like on a massive lake, like Lake Superior or whatever.
Oh,
Right.
They
for
can
real.
be huge.
They can
yeah.
be massive.
Can they really?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Wow.
My
Well, I mean,
dad's
especially.
climbing
yeah.
like 30-foot waves in his bass boat for fishing tournaments out on the
What? I had
Yeah.
no idea that like the moon would pull
Yeah,
on those
maybe,
lakes
like-
too.
maybe like 15 or 20 feet.
You know, the way people describe their fishing stories.
Yeah.
Right.
But
Right.
really big.
My dad. Sorry.
You saw the movie
time,
Gravity?
my
You saw the
dad-
movie Interstellar?
Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
saw Interstellar?
Surfboard in the middle of Lake Superior.
You saw
caught a
Interstellar? That was
bass.
actually an adaptation about my dad.
Your dad is a Vietnam
I'm
vet, so I
Murph.
will
I'm
credit him
Murph.
with any story.
Fair enough.
Okay, sorry.
So,
Good.
Eldrin and Ephelien will notice this. As you guys are looking in the water, you'll see some black kind of shapes that are like
Uh-oh.
racing through the water. They seem to be running along. Like some of them are running alongside the ship. Others are kind of passing along in different directions. And Eldrin will say, well, we may have some company soon. I'm not sure.
Is it dolphins? I like dolphins.
I don't know if we'd even want to see dolphins at this point.
That would be good.
True.
Eldrin, would you say that this is similar to when you visited?
No, not at all. Things are far worse already.
Well,
We're not far. We're probably half an hour out from the center.
Well,
I've got a feeling they may be sizing up the ship, trying to determine what to do.
well, I hope that doesn't mean they're going to destroy it.
Perhaps it's time for us to leave the ship and send these other men back to safety.
Perhaps.
The ship could give us some protection if we're attacked, though.
That's also true.
I'd rather kill anything that's tracking us before we try to swim, however long it takes down to the bottom. We see how
Well,
deep the Great Lakes are.
Well, Cella, is this your time to shine in the water, or what?
I suppose I am ready to get off of this ship.
She says as she wobbly gets up on her legs.
Squeezily climbs to her feet. She has retained her dignity.
Yeah, there you go.
Crosses to the side of the ship, and
Is that Braundir pacing? I'm just curious. Is that...
I'm exploring the bottom of this ship.
Okay.
Tell me what you find. Found my secret stash. Let me know.
let me see. I'm rolling perception to see. Oh, not very good. Try and see if I can get trying to see like how big and how fast the shapes in the water are.
Okay. So you're kind of sitting there waiting, and it takes a couple of minutes. But as you're kind of looking in the water, you do see one of those shapes, and it looks. You can make out a few just like features of it. It looks humanoid, as in humanoid sized.
Okay.
And it's swimming through the water at a relatively fast pace.
Okay.
Maybe we should give ourselves water breathing now, just in case one of us gets thrown in the water.
Fair enough. Master Eladrin, do you happen to have that spell?
Water breathing. Let me see.
Would rather
Upstairs.
conserve my magic if possible, but I do have it.
I do, as a matter of fact.
How many people can you give it to?
Let me.
It's up to 10. Hold on, let me see. Yeah, up to 10. Willing creatures.
Oh well, then he's good then.
Yeah, we can give it to some of the crew too, just in case.
Yeah.
We have 5 extra, so.
What level spell was that?
It is a 3rd level.
Okay.
Well, for a druid.
It'd be
I
the
don't know
same.
about-
It'd be
Okay.
the same for a wizard, I believe. Yeah. That'd make it way too confusing.
Maybe I'm wrong. I did think that classes got different spells at different levels, but I
Well,
could be wrong.
not spell levels. Different levels,
Oh.
as in the level of the class. Yes.
Gotcha.
Right. Weird distinction, but anyway.
No, I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
So the middle-sized Lake Huron, is 750 feet deep. That's actually less than I expected, but
Yeah.
Nice.
Lake Tahoe's
So-
1,600 feet deep.
I guess I'm just gonna
Oh, I didn't guess that. That's pretty damn
I'm
deep.
gonna mark you guys.
It's pretty deep.
Did you know that I've been a mile above sea level? But also underground.
I'm just gonna go ahead and mark you guys with blue
So I can't-
to indicate water breathing.
Okay.
All right.
I don't, as much as I would like to get off of this ocean craft, I don't feel very good about going in the water with whatever these are. They look a little bit too much like us. And, well, I don't know. I don't know what. Maybe I won't. Maybe I won't go for a swim, gents. I don't think that I want to be in the water by myself with whatever these are.
That's probably the wisest assessment you've had all day.
Well, I can't believe I'm saying this, but I wish Eladrin was here. He would jump in the water without any question.
Oh yeah.
Probably getting excessively drunk before doing so.
Yeah.
I feel like Gerbo would jump in the water without any question.
Hey, I have not been granted water breathing yet.
You've been given water breathing. just like
that changes.
Eldrin just cast it. I don't.
Put the
All of
blue
you have
thing
like
on
a
your
blue.
character.
You see that blue dot?
Oh, shiz.
Well, now it's over, and then you just immediately goes in the water.
Cannonballs.
No. I have an idea.
No. He does a can opener instead of a cannonball.
On the boat. In the boat. Like underneath. Like on the lower end of the boat. Like on the bottom side of it.
Okay.
Is there a way that I can like communicate? No, I don't speak to animals. Never mind. All good.
All right. Well,
I'm gonna jump in.
Gerbo, no. Why you always do this to us?
Y'all, I don't know. It's just
you're like 15
not my
minutes away from the center. Okay. All right.
It's not
wanna
my
jump
it's
in?
not my character to do that. I don't think.
Is
I
it?
don't think he's that impulsive.
Yeah, I don't
Well,
know.
no, yeah, he is.
But let's. If this wasn't the family boat, I would do it. But it's the family boat. We can't. I can't risk. I can't risk this.
If you're gonna jump in, let me tie a rope around you first.
Okay, I'm in.
Dragon.
Eldrin says, "All right, we're about, I would say, about 15 minutes away. I think it's time that we get out, and we send these men back."
I have something else that might help us on our way down. Sorry.
That was the worst. Oh.
That's
Pass
good.
without a trace.
So I can get another +10 to my stealth rolls.
Yeah.
Okay.
If we can pass the ship directly over the top of the temple and we jump out and swim down with pass without a trace, maybe they won't notice us.
You're ninjas.
It is one of the better options we have.
I like it.
All right.
Let's give it a try.
Wow.
Very well.
Wow.
We'll need all the help we can get.
So
And-
how do I make a roll that includes this +10?
We'll just
You just
Add
add
on.
+10
Okay, cool.
to whatever your roll is. You'll have to add +10, or that, I guess.
If you click it, it does D20 plus 10, but it doesn't add your stealth. So
Yeah, it doesn't actually add your stealth though.
yeah, so it's
Oh.
not actually right.
Right.
Mhm. Okay. cool.
gotcha.
So as you guys are casting this, and as the ship is getting closer, you're actually going to see something kind of rise. And I will say that as you guys are getting closer, what appears to be kind of the center of the lake, you can kind of tell it's the center of the lake because there's like a storm, like the clouds are kind of shifting around the center. There appears to
Like
be
the
some right. It's the eye of the storm.
Creepy.
And as you guys are getting closer, I would say I don't think anyone needs to make a perception check on this. You see something that is starting to rise out of the water.
Uh-oh.
Something big.
Time to go, boys. And Effie.
Okay, I'm gonna roll my pass without a trace. This is it.
Should we avoid it or should we fight it while we have cannons?
It's going to go after the ship.
I rolled a 33.
I mean, you are the
I am
stealthy.
literally the water.
Now, keep in mind, that's not even your full because you would roll stealth, so it would be your D20 plus your stealth modifier plus your 10.
No, that's what it is because
Oh,
I
it
rolled
is?
my stealth is 8, and this is 10.
Oh, I see what you did
Plus
there.
19.
Okay. God. All right. Well, what do you do with that?
Ride the beast.
I think my best case scenario in this situation is if I'm in the water.
You can't get more than 30 feet from me, or you're gonna lose pass without a trace.
Yeah,
So
right. Actually, everyone probably needs to gather around Cella at this point.
Are we all in the water at this point?
nobody's in the water at this point yet.
Not yet.
Okay.
Do we stay? Do we stay and fight? I don't think we have a chance. I think this ship is going down
No.
against whatever this is.
No, the ship cannot go down.
I think it's going down, no matter if we stay or if we
turn
go.
back. We've got to go.
I think we need to leave.
What the guy driving the ship says, turn to the broadside. Get the cannons ready.
I vote for fighting it while we're in the ship.
You really invest it.
If we feel like we can't kill it, then we could hide.
Is it all the way out of the water yet?
So its head has now surfaced, and you can see that it is big. You think this is probably the giant that the other fishermen were talking about.
Is the head like human, or is it like a fish or a kraken, or what is it?
It's a human head. A massive human head coming out of the lake.
I don't know. Drew has done weirder stuff for sure.
I'm gonna show you guys. I think let me
So
see. All right, hold on. Let me do a quick change. It looks like this.
Ooh. Okay, how big is massive?
I mean, it's the size. What's the size of a giant, Brett?
30 feet tall, typically.
About 30 feet tall.
But
30 to 40 feet.
If it's mutated, it could always be bigger. You never know.
Yeah.
So this isn't like Shadow of the Colossus?
Not quite that big.
This thing-
Like, it's basically at this point, it's like up to its chest is out of the water, and it's wielding this gigantic weapon that you see here. The jaw of something.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
It's not great.
Would be really cool if it weren't attacking us.
So we actually think we're going to win.
I don't think we're going to win.
Do we think the ship is going to make it?
No, I don't think the ship's going to make it.
Even if it turns around right now.
Definitely, even if it turns around, the ship is not going to make it.
Your lots, Gerbo.
Eldrin's like, well, in we go, and he's gonna jump in.
Cella jumps right behind him.
Braundir does the same.
Okay.
There's a little roll into the water.
I feel bad for abandoning the crew, but honestly,
Somersault.
I'm actually still up there for now.
they're
Oh, are you?
toast.
He's gonna go down with the boat.
I just say, I turn around to everyone and I say, well, I wish we brought more men so that you could fight, but I'm glad we didn't because I don't know how much longer you have. So with that,
Pull out a violin and play until it goes down.
That's right. Go to the stern.
and then I say, with that, and then I jump off the boat.
The crew captain, the guy steering the ship, says, get to safety, Lord Gerbo. We'll find a way.
About how far
Wow.
is it?
Huh?
About how far is it?
Well, like the giant.
Yeah.
Let me take you to a different map now.
Oh,
I'm also standing
Oh.
on water right
on
now.
that.
I'm excited. New map. New map. New map. Oh, I love it.
Wait, no. Is that the boat?
No,
Okay.
that would be funny if it was, but no.
Damn,
a different
I was about
boat.
to say,
Might as well be.
Jesus, like that's a way to like jump cut.
Dreams.
Hold on. Let
10
me,
seconds later.
I need to find you. Where the heck are you guys? There you go.
It's a cool map.
Yeah. But I would say you guys are. Oh. How far away even is this? It's not that far. That seemed reasonable. Maybe it's 120 feet.
Yeah, maybe double it. Yeah.
Yeah. And hold on. Let me. Oh, crap. I'm still in that mode. So. Oh, there we go.
Boo.
No, don't
Oh,
don't
he a
want.
biggie.
Do not.
Boo.
Do not want.
The
Don't like.
He's 30 feet there. Definitely 30 feet large.
Stay
So-
close to me.
Wow. Not great.
Can we please just try to skirt around this guy?
We
Braundir's
did. We
still on
did.
top of the water. He has his ring of water walking on,
Oh, nice.
but he takes it off. But I was hoping we
There
were
we
going to be able
go.
to fight him on the boat.
now
I
he
was
now
gonna
I
jump
now
on.
I feel like he's more the appropriate size.
Oh.
Nice.
Gross.
So-
Well, I rolled a 33 pass without a trace,
Yeah. Right.
which is bonkers.
Now you guys can roll as well, and I am gonna say that as you guys have like jumped into the water and are like starting to kind of get under, you're gonna see the giant like his bottom half. Like at this point, he's kind of chest out, I guess, up to his chest out of the water, and he's about to take his weapon. Like actually, what he's doing. He's going to take his weapon that he has there, and he's going to throw it at the ship.
Oh man.
Sad.
I know. I don't think there's anything we can do. I just don't think it's worth our energy right before we go, because we're getting to the root of the problem. If we don't go down and close the portal and stop the druids, then stuff like that's just going to keep happening. And if we don't have all of our magic and energy, we won't be able to stop the druids. So there's nothing we can do. Thank you.
You know,
What is this?
what
What's his
is
feet?
this?
So there's
Pants?
feet.
Not bad.
Yeah, I don't even remember how to delete it.
It's okay. I have the power to delete.
Okay.
Thank God I do.
You like those wearing work boots?
God.
Or those red wings?
The Red Wings is so good.
So as you guys have descended into the water, you can see that there are other creatures surrounding him.
Oh, nice.
What are those? I can't zoom in.
One's a sea spawn.
Yeah, I recognize
one's
that
a-
one.
Gyarados.
Oh yeah, merfolk. There's some kind of merfolk.
Merfolks.
Oh. Nice. How
Merfolk.
about that?
Narrow. That's what I was trying to think of.
Wow.
Evil merfolks.
Yeah, those are legit.
Yeah.
Yeah, the art for these are pretty sweet.
That one's straight out of the monster book. I know.
Yep, it is.
I
So
recognize that.
That's so cool. Big baddie.
how do you guys want to proceed?
Does it look like it's
Gerbo.
remotely possible for us to sneak around the giant?
Yeah. Yeah.
You
Eldrin
think?
Can Eldrin guide us around all these guys?
You think? I think what you could do is probably like dive, like kind of basically right now you can get lower than he is, elevation wise.
Mm-hmm.
If you get low enough, you might be able to avoid him.
Okay.
Basically, swim right under him.
I just clicked the +10.
If you do that, it won't add your normal stealth.
Right.
So
I just went to the advanced dice roller and I put
put it in.
because mine's like +2,
Same.
so I just put D20 +12.
Dang.
Yeah. That's
Sorry,
it.
I haven't done this in a long time.
That's fair. Well, Ephelien got like a 32, I think, right?
Well, can I
32,
can I just add 2
One
to the
less
one
than-
that I rolled first, which is a
Yeah.
25?
You can. You
Okay.
can.
I got one less than Gerbo.
Okay.
Dang.
All
So-
right. I need to actually roll for Eldrin.
He's gonna mess it all up.
I call
I mean,
him
it's a 20. It's 20
Oh, okay, good.
with the plus 10. So I'd say you guys, for now, are swimming undetected. And I would say that you guys are going to go deeper into the water.
Does water breathing
Busy on-
affect our speed? Swim
Nope.
speed?
It doesn't say
Uh-uh.
anything about that.
No?
I think I share the spell description with you guys. Yeah. There you go.
So Braundir has disadvantage on stealth because of his armor.
Yeah.
So I rolled twice, and my second one was 15.
Okay.
I don't know if that matters or not.
I would say the averages are so high it doesn't really.
Okay. Cool.
Especially in this situation because the giant is clearly focused on the ship, and so are the other enemies, at least at the surface level.
Okay.
Plus, your armor probably wouldn't make a lot of noise when you're in the water.
Yeah,
That too.
I was
That
also
too.
thinking that, but I just wanted to.
So you guys hear aloud like several rapid fire booming noises, and you think those would probably be the ship cannons. And then, not long after that, you hear a loud crack as this thing's weapon collides with the ship.
Sucks.
And you can
Yeah.
see bits of wood and debris fly off into the top of the water. And then you see these creatures swimming towards the ship wreckage.
Gross.
Monstrous.
Death captures us all, but if we get to the bottom of this lake and stop this corruption in the temple, then they will not have died for nothing. We need to keep going.
Okay. So you guys did avoid these guys. So now I'm going to.
Sorry, Drew.
No,
Sorry,
no. It's good. It makes
Would've
a lot of sense.
Would have been really bad for us.
We still might have to kill that giant eventually, but
Yeah.
we'll worry about it
Probably.
later.
So now you guys have gotten deeper.
It's just a really good cutscene.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
So your normal
Let's get all
swim speed is half of your walking speed. I just looked it up.
Okay.
Same with climbing.
Cool.
All right. So let's see if I can. I need to hop to a different map real quick.
Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do.
Yeah. Okay. I'm just gonna say that you guys managed to. Like, there are other enemies that you encounter as you're going down, but Eldrin and Cella kind of together are able to kind of guide and shepherd the crew along as you descend.
Nice.
As you descend, the water is again taking on this greenish hue. You see other like spawn and other types of what seem to be corrupted merfolk swimming around you. You don't see anything like the giant though, thankfully. At least nothing that big.
Been a bad
But you
trip.
do see, and this is kind of the cave, the entrance,
Nice. Okay.
as you guys are beginning to descend to the bottom. And there are, ship debris.
Makes sense.
Debris.
So as you guys get to the mouth of the cave, you'll see another group, and I'm going to need you guys to roll stealth again.
Oh.
Now's the time for somebody to roll a crit fail.
Yep.
Okay, so I'll add. We're adding +10.
Hell yeah! I got a 37.
Dang.
So this is without the +10.
Oh, it's without the +10.
This mine was, so that's a 23.
Yeah.
I literally was 1 point away from absolutely like.
That's crazy.
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
Um,
What's the highest roll you've ever seen in a D&D campaign?
37 is pretty high.
yeah, it's pretty high.
Oh. Oh.
+10.
Oh
Still.
no. Roll.
pretty
Oh
high.
god, you have disadvantage. Roll again. Oh well, you still get the 4.
Oh man.
So 14.
All right.
Gotta roll that. And actually, I didn't want to be that girl, but sound travels further underwater, so just say it.
Yeah, but would it be clanking underwater though? I don't know.
Yeah, for sure. Like when we're scuba diving, like one of the loudest noises is like if you get a dive knife or something and bang on the
Like,
oxygen
ching, ching,
tank.
ching, ching, ching. When your dive master's like, yo, look.
You hear it forever around. You can hear it for
Okay.
hundreds of feet.
Hmm.
So. All right. Oof. So that's a 14,
Not great.
23, near perfect score, 25, and now for Eldrin to top it off.
He better roll real good to hold it together for Braundir.
Yeah, do it for Braundir.
For brown deer.
Do it for
Brown
Braundir.
Ooh,
Yeah.
it's
Oh.
18.
Well, guys, it was a good run while it lasted.
18 is good.
Yeah.
All right, let's kill some shit.
Yeah, time
I
to
mean,
fight.
18 is not good compared to my score, but 18 is a good roll.
At least we
Right.
got past the giant and the first set of baddies, if nothing else.
Yeah.
So
Takes
I'm
no
gonna go
time.
ahead.
And 14 is a bad roll.
But these
Drew
look
never
like
said
really-
roll initiative.
I never did.
He'll tell us when. You're right.
If they have low perception, then maybe.
Yeah, I think I will roll for these guys. Let me see. Yeah. Perception's wisdom, intelligence,
Wisdom.
right? Wisdom.
Either one. I doubt these are really sharp creatures. But what do I know?
Yeah, wisdom.
I figured. Okay. Oh wait, can you see that one? I think you can.
Yeah,
Yeah. I
we
thought
saw both of them.
18.
Which ones? Oh, you saw the 18, the 6.
We see,
No, you saw
we just
18 and
see-
7.
We see 2 deep scion rolls. That's it.
Dang. Well, I guess it's not exactly a major reveal, but could have been. Why
think we
are
know
these
what a
set
deep
to
scion
never
is.
whisper the rolls? That's stupid.
I don't know.
He goes, dang.
I don't think any of us know the stats of a deep scion, so it's okay.
No.
Off the top of our head.
But
can
you
only
could look
imagine.
it up.
They're the ones way in the bank.
They're
Okay.
the ones that are down deeper.
So,
That's true.
let me see. I think based off of that, like that 18. So it would spot. All right, so yeah, this creature, and there's no handout, so I'm just gonna have to show you this. Just look at the picture and token.
Ew.
Nice, classic.
So one of these things, like as it's swimming up out of the depths of the cave, and
Nice.
like kind of turns its head as it and looks at kind of starts to it looks like it's looking in your direction, Braundir, and there is
Flip it off.
okay,
Like it really knows what that means.
yeah,
It's the thought.
Yeah.
and then this other creature that's accompanying it as it's rising.
Sweet.
Dang.
Sweet.
Doesn't pay attention at first, but then the scion kind of flaps its mouth, and you can actually hear it kind of let out a wail to let the other let the rest of the group know. And now it's time to roll initiative.
Does it sound like a cheap subpar vehicle?
I don't know what a cheap subpar vehicle would sound like exactly.
It sounds like a Scion.
Yeah.
Okay,
A scion. Nice. That's a good
Oh,
one.
wow.
hold on.
Wait, can't you roll initiative for all of us?
That's what I was about to do.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Yeah. Definitely do for me because I'm gonna have my ass handed to me by all these sea creatures before I get to make a move at that rate. That's better. Still going to.
What the?
Yeah.
What? Where?
Roll advantage for me, Drew. Well, I guess if I'm on top, it doesn't really matter.
It did by itself,
did.
apparently, which is pretty impressive.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that is impressive.
Because mine did too.
I'm looking. There's an enemy in the. What? Wait. What did it?
I see
Okay,
I see the correct enemies in mine.
Well, I'm seeing that's weird. Hold on. Okay, I'm also seeing double on some characters for some reason.
That's weird. It looks correct to me on our
It
screen.
might be.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? I bet I didn't clear the initiative beforehand.
Yeah, that's probably what it was.
Okay, well, let me go through and delete these. Because I was like, there's not a water elemental here. Why is that on the initiative roll?
Oh, yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah, it's got to be. I forgot to clear it. There are those. Not this. No sea spawn here. Okay. I think that's everybody. Wait. Oh, there's. I gotta get rid of double Gerbo.
Yeah, one's enough.
Right. I don't know. Like, I think a copy of Gerbo. I think the Gerbos would kill each other. I'm not sure.
Yep.
That would be
Imagine if Gerbo had the Ring of Duplicity from a Storm King's Thunder game.
No.
That'd be hilarious.
All right. So let me
too much
go ahead.
personality.
Let me go ahead and get everyone into order here. So Braundir, you're up.
What do you think about Gedry?
Look!
News team, assemble!
Wait,
gotta-
hold on.
We
Hold
gotta
on a
kill these
second.
things in 3 minutes. Let's do it.
All right.
Let's freaking do it.
First things first. I flex so hard. Like I flex so hard and immediately go into rage. And Now I've just turned it on. All right. So
Are those
Bad
tokens supposed to
news.
be bigger?
bad news though. All right. Um, y'all. So our speed is halved, and I think we established that this is twice the length that we thought it was. So if this is 35 feet away, that's actually 70 feet away.
I'm gonna
Uh-huh.
say you guys are actually closer at this point, where this would be accurate.
Okay.
But what were you saying, Brett? That these should be bigger?
It seems like it.
Yeah, like these things
I
might
don't-
be that size.
I don't think those deep scions are tiny.
Right.
No,
That's also a
there's
good
no
point. It's a good point. I think it was in relation to the giant.
Oh man, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Oh.
Yeah, I assume
I
they're the
know.
same size as us. So
This is
I guess
great.
what I'm gonna do is Aquaman throw Felix straight at this guy, right for the forehead,
Okay.
and it's gonna be like a 2-pass type thing since I can roll twice.
Dome action. Dome him.
Give me that dome. All right, Feyblade, go.
Get domed.
God,
crit.
just crits immediately.
Yeah.
Dome him.
I mean, there's no sense in rolling again.
So
I mean, you
Did
have
he
well.
die?
Well, hold on. Roll for your second attack.
Well, if he died, then I wanted to go to
He's
the other
not
guy.
dead. I'm just gonna tell you right now, he's not dead.
It's 20.
Alright.
I think 20 damage.
Well, I don't know how big this guy is. Okay, let's go. Crit one more.
Double crit.
Oh,
Yeah.
it was a double crit.
Of course.
It was a double crit.
Not that kind of crit.
Technically.
Wow.
You didn't specify.
That's so good. What are the chances?
I did say let's go
Astronomical.
crit. I did not say let's go good crit.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So what happens to Feyblade?
So the Feyblade. So you send it and it spins through the water. It's magically propelled, and it flies and it deals a very good cut into like the shoulder of this deep scion, and then it circles back around and it doesn't quite like the scion the scion is able to react and quickly like move itself out of the way of the blade as it's spinning back to you.
Cool.
Jet just said, and I
Wait.
don't know if it's right, but she said
It's-
that the percentage of you getting a double crit like that is really low.
Yeah, probably so.
Mhm.
I mean, yeah.
We can go into exponential factors.
Yeah, we could calculate the probability real quick if you want.
No,
It's
let's
okay.
keep going.
2 5%, whatever that ends
It
up being.
depends if you're considering both high and low crits, in which case you would take
Right.
negative
Yeah.
10% times 10%.
So that was So I did 20 damage. Is that what it was?
Yeah.
20.
So now it's the ogre. Well, the water beast's turn.
So can you guys see these boxes on things?
What boxes?
Nope.
Nope.
Okay, just wondering.
Disregard.
Never mind.
Okay. Hold
This-
on. Let's see.
There's this tool where whenever I'm on someone in the initiative order, it puts a box around them to make it easier to tell who it is. I was just
Yeah.
wondering if it shows everyone those boxes, but I guess not.
Nope, it doesn't. Yeah, that's really nice. Like I can just kind of hover over and see what's what. But anyway, this water beast moves in and attacks Braundir naturally.
Nice.
Of course it does.
He's gonna take a big swipe.
Give me that swipe.
Swipe left.
Swipe left, son or daughter.
Okay, so I assume a 20 to hit hits.
You assumed correctly.
It dealt 13 bludgeoning damage to you.
All right.
Ouch.
Let me take that bludgeons. We're gonna give it.
Okay. That's it for that guy. He attacked twice. The second attack missed.
Good.
Ephelien.
So I feel like we want to conserve our resources since
Yeah.
we're going in there. 20 feet.
Okay.
Actually there. Hang on. Let me see if I can. Yeah, I can do that. Okay, so I can flank him. That's what I was trying to do. And attack him twice with my not bow, because that'd be bad.
Not bow.
Wait, that
Nice.
wasn't
Hit.
that wasn't the extra
That
roll.
was scimitar.
Let me roll. Let me roll again for the other thing.
Okay.
See? Okay. Okay. So that 23 to hit,
Yeah, it hits.
and that first one's 26 force damage because of the planar warrior thing.
Yeah.
And then
Can I just tell you that it's already bloodied?
that's good. Second attack.
It's like,
When
good
the-
job, you did it.
I'll do this from here so I can see the triple roll.
Cool.
Was that the triple? Yeah, that was the triple roll. So yeah, 20 to hit.
That is also a hit.
20 damage, but 7 of it's cold, and 11 is
Nice.
magical slashing.
Is it 18?
18,
That was 18.
18, and I don't know if that's resistance to cold, but anyway. There you go.
Yeah.
And that's all for me.
It has no resistances.
Okay.
It's now this thing.
Wow.
Let's see.
Weird.
I rolled really high on the first one.
Yeah, you did.
That's great.
So now there's blood swirling in the water around
Yep.
us.
Always
Right.
good. Always good.
Uh-huh. Let's see. All right, so
That's what it is.
this thing is going to go right here, and it's going to let out a wailing scream. And all creatures within 30 feet of this scion must make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh.
Okay. Good. Yeah.
I saved.
All right, Eldrin.
We all have pretty good wisdom. That's good.
That's true. We're wizened. group.
Oh.
Oh, sorry about you, Eldrin. You suck.
Ironic that the elf had the lowest wisdom save.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Eldrin failed.
that is true.
Bad roll.
So the screech stuns Eldrin, and so he can't do anything this turn or his next turn.
Nice. That's good.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Okay.
All right. Glad we brought him along.
Yeah.
Bring the big boys over here.
All right. You asked for him. You got him.
That's awesome.
You're almost up.
So this guy is going. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, he's coming with advantage.
Flank him.
Yep.
Flanking. I assume a 22 hits.
Yep.
That's 12 bludgeoning damage. It had a second attack, but that one missed.
All right.
Gerbo.
I am going to. Can I lend support?
You can help.
Can I help?
Yes, I think you can spend your action to give someone else advantage, right?
Yeah, that's the help
Assist?
action. Yeah.
The help action, yeah.
You can get sneak
I-
attack on these guys.
Yeah, you could get sneak attack.
Oh, that's true. I didn't think about that.
since they're next to us.
Yeah, I didn't think about that.
We're distracting them for you.
Yeah, no, that's good. That's good. I'm gonna swim up. Can I get about like here? And I'm going to use my Shadow Blade.
Oh shit!
Sick.
Get him!
Yeah,
Get
boy. I'm gonna
him!
use that Shadow Blade.
Ow, the edge.
The edge, the shadowy edge.
Gerbo's definitely not an edgelord, though.
He's not an edgelord, no.
But so I need to roll an attack. Is that correct? I think that's what we established.
I believe that is right. Yeah.
And you can use your dex for that.
Yep.
'cause it's finesse.
Uh-huh.
So on my skills, I would roll, or on my abilities, I would roll a dexterity roll.
It would be the same as like a short sword or dagger or whatever.
Oh, that's right. That's what we did last time. So I did a rapier. I think that's what I did last time. Is that about right?
Yeah. Should be the same as rapier, yeah.
Okay. So there's my rapier, and I roll with advantage. So I
Hits.
rolled a 24,
That hits.
Nice.
and then it would be doing the 11 psychic damage. Is that correct?
Huh?
Yeah, you also get sneak attack.
And then I would get my sneak attack damage on top of that.
Which is 20
The
total.
So that's 20 total. 11 of it is psychic.
The cool thing about it is the sneak attack damage also counts as psychic damage.
Oh, nice.
Because it's
So
whatever
it's-
your weapon does.
Describe your kill to us.
Hey,
Oh,
get him, Gerbo.
Snap.
Get him.
So I'm underwater, okay? I'm underwater and he's like distracted. And I pull out my Shadow Blade, which underwater is like, it's like kind of like, because light is being like reflected and stuff. And we're so far underwater that it's like kind of dark. So
Yeah.
it's like you can't even really tell that there's like a blade there. It's just like I have like a hilt. And like I slowly swipe like from underneath because we're underwater and things move slower. And I slowly swipe underneath and pull like up, and he slices in half.
The dissection.
There you go. And
Yeah.
blood splats everywhere.
Legit.
Nice.
That's pretty sweet. Pretty
Good
sweet.
kill.
Sweet kill. Cella. you're
Killed
up.
it.
Kilt it.
Cella. Where are we going, girl? Where are we going, girl? Let's go help Effie. She's our friend. It'll help if I can select the right direction. Okay, I'm gonna swim. She's probably gonna stay a somewhat safe distance away. Just gonna move here and gonna cast. Let's see, Chill Touch. Yeah, Chill Touch on the other scion that's attacking Ephelien.
This one?
Oh, a
God.
ghostly skeletal hand assails a creature with the chill of the grave.
Nice.
Yeah. So I imagine claw hand like flying out Cella's hand across the open,
Is
watery.
it this one?
The other big boy. This one. This one.
Oh, this one. Oh, sorry. Yeah, that's not a scion,
Yeah.
but yeah.
Oh, sorry. Gotcha.
Yeah. So yeah, that is
Okay.
a definite hit. That's 16. No, 15 damage. Okay.
15 necrotic damage. Yep.
Yeah.
All right, that's me.
All right. Eldrin can't do anything because he's stunned. Anyway,
Cool.
Deep Scion, the second one. So it took a hit from Braundir. So yeah, it's gonna swim right here. Attack you, Braundir.
It'd be cool if we could cliffhanger right as we enter the temple.
That's what I'm trying to go for. So it's going to attack you 3 times. It's going to slash out with 2 of its claws. Like, it's going to slash out with both its claws and try to bite you. Jeez.
Good luck.
All right. I assume a 24, a 23, and a 21 all hit.
Whoa.
Jesus.
It's okay, he takes half damage.
He's all right. So
Yeah.
that'd be 10, 20 slashing damage, and then 8 piercing.
28, you say?
Yeah.
Okay, I hurt. That hurt me.
Ouchie.
That hurt me.
Ouchie.
Hey, what's this Cella doing here? Shouldn't be there. Okay. Alright, now it's this guy's turn. And I think he's going to go after Ephelien. Actually, no.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, no, he'll attack like this. Oh god. And he crit. 26 hits, I assume.
Yep.
Oh no.
That's 21 bludgeoning damage.
Alright.
Yeah, he just like swiped at you with one of his claws and fucking got a good head slap in there. Alright, Braundir, it's up to you again.
Well, I'm gonna try out my new Thunder Axe,
Oh.
my boomstick, and
Boomstick.
gonna swing at the ugly that I've already hit once before,
Okay.
which is this guy.
The guy, but yeah, that guy.
Okay. It's going down. First swing.
God!
Get him!
Whoa.
Yes.
Ah, very mad.
Yeah.
Now, what
I'll
are the
say-
percentages of you doing 3 crits in a row?
All right, we'll get to
No.
that later.
We're gonna get to that later.
We'll do it later.
Do you have the
So
brutal
that-
critical?
Unless one of our live viewers wants to do it right
yeah,
now.
crits only.
Yeah, right.
Literally crits only.
It's only.
Oh man,
So that's-
if we had one more level, Braundir would have brutal critical and all of his crits get 1 extra dice for every roll.
Oh,
So
God, that'd
next-
be brutal.
Next level, you gotta keep rolling more crits.
Yeah.
Keep it up. Keep up the good work.
No, I think I'm good. I'm done with rolling crits.
Done with crits.
15, 20, 22, 25 damage? Yeah?
So is this already doubled down here?
Yeah. It rolled all the dice twice.
Yeah, it rolls all the dice twice.
Wow.
So 21 on that.
I will say he is definitely bloodied.
Well,
Go ahead and make your second attack.
That's amazing.
Yep.
Caleb.
gonna be the same. Gonna be the same way. Let's go. And Brett, I did check my Beyond 20 to make sure I didn't have force critical hits on, and
Mhm.
it is not on because that's okay.
You don't
Yeah,
even
that's-
know
That would be freaking legit.
Alright. Oh.
That was
There's something
almost.
more normal.
Well, wait, you have advantage on.
Almost.
I do.
JC, you have advantage or no?
I do
on
have
attacks?
I
Which
do.
one? Well, if he does a reckless attack, he does.
Oh, you're right. So no.
You right?
It was almost a 1, though. It was a 2. You almost did it again.
Whoa.
Alright, that guy's dead.
That would've been
Ephelien,
crazy.
you're up.
Okay. I'm going to use my face step and throomp over here, teleport.
Oh boy. Okay.
Nice.
That's a big block of text, but
Gah!
Yeah.
All effects.
so the relevant one is winter. Okay, it only works on one of them. So whichever ones hurt more No, whichever one's hurt less has to make a wisdom saving throw or be frightened of me until the end of my
Okay.
next turn.
Nice.
And the DC is 13, so I have to make a 13 wisdom save.
You're talking about this guy?
The one that's less hurt, yeah.
Yeah, it'd be that one. He failed.
Okay, so if he can, as long as he can see me, he has disadvantage on everything, and he can't
Okay.
move closer to me. But it's just for one round.
Yeah.
Nice.
And I'm gonna attack this dude twice.
Cool.
Yeah.
The one that I'm next to.
Okay. Well, those both hit.
How do you have your advantage where it blacks out the higher number?
I have it turned on. I have it set on roll with super advantage because of my elven accuracy feat.
Whoa.
So, how do you want to describe your kill?
Yeah.
I'll just teleport behind him and say nothing personal, kid, and chop his head off.
It's like you take your scimitars and you just slash. side and-
Yes.
Do it.
Do it.
Do it.
Gareth and I have been
It's like
practicing that for you
Emperor
guys.
Palpatine.
I do
Good.
the Darth Maul thing where you starts to spin it above her head and then teleports, and as it comes down, it's on the next guy.
Oh, sweet.
Yes.
Very
Good.
cool. Anyway, I'm done. It's my turn.
Okay, so this thing is now going to attack
Do it.
Braundir. Do it. What did you do? I threw it.
Through it.
Through it.
Blew it.
Blew it.
Chew it.
Threw it.
True it.
Alright, he's going to attack Braundir 3 times.
Knew it.
Knew it.
So.
Oh man, that was a revelation. Garrett just took the blue light filter off on our laptop screen. Now I'm awake. Woo!
I'm going to turn it back on. Wait, maybe not.
Why? Why are you doing this?
So, does an 18 hit for Braundir?
Yes.
That's 9 slashing damage. What about 15? I don't think that hits.
No.
Okay, that's all it deals then.
9 slashing.
Stop.
Okay. So this thing is kind of confused as to what just like it watched Ephelien just teleport and chop off one of its friends' heads, and it's kind of confused, and so it in its confusion, it's going to attack Cella instead.
Oh no.
Go for the closest enemy.
Yeah, so it's gonna hit.
A 19 and 18 hit, right?
Yep, they do.
Unfortunately.
That is 29 bludgeoning damage.
Ouch. Ouchie. Okay.
Hit hard.
Hmm.
Yeah, we might need to
Gerbo.
take a short rest after this.
Yeah.
If we remember next time.
Well, how long does this water breathing last, though?
24
24 hours.
So, okay. Hopefully we'll get down to the bottom.
Gerbo.
Gerbo.
Wow.
Do it.
Do it.
Do it.
Do it.
I'm going to go over here, go like around, and then use my sneak attack, Shadow Blade on this one as well.
Okay.
You can also go above or below because we're in underwater.
Oh shiz! I'm gonna go above him.
Oh, you could go over here and get flanking, I guess.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice. I'll do that. I'm good with it. And I'm going to again use I'm gonna roll my rapier, which for sneak attack it gets advantage. Correct?
Yes. I mean, it didn't matter. It still hit.
Oh yeah, 22. And then I will do my Shadow Blade. So 13 damage, and then because it's sneak attack, it also does 16 damage.
So 29 damage.
29 psychic damage.
That's just crazy.
It is close to bloodied.
I like the sneak attack stuff. This is good.
Me. Let's see. First, I meant to use my reaction on this guy, but I guess it's too late. I won't be like that. So, let's see. I am already right next to him, so Cella's pretty pissed. Gonna do her primal savagery thing. Teeth sharpen. The claws come out, I guess.
Yeah.
And she swipes at his underbelly for 16 acid damage.
Ooh, acid.
I don't know why it rolled twice.
Oh yeah, you don't get to attack twice as a caster, I'm afraid.
No.
But you do hit,
but-
and it does deal damage.
And
Yeah.
let's see. Oh no, I haven't used my wild shape, so I don't get symbiotic entity yet. But I will also use my Halo of Spores reaction. Yeah, that probably doesn't hit.
Well, I got to make a con save.
Oh, that's right. It's been so long since I've used this mechanic.
Oh, it failed.
Yep, it failed the con save.
So it gets dealt 4 damage.
I think, is it 4 + 4 or just 4?
No, that's in the event of the crit.
Oh, that's for the crit. Okay.
He didn't crit. So
Nope.
I am going to. Oh boy, it's Eldrin's turn. My boy, what's he gonna do? Let's see.
Fireball.
Yeah, boy.
That would be freaking wild. Although it would have half the effect because we're underwater.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah, that's the best idea.
So it's kind of like, yeah, you did it. Also, why?
Why?
Yeah, why?
He's gonna try and. Let's see. What's he gonna do? All right, he is going to move in next to the Scion. He's going to cast Sword Burst. So what happens is he casts the spell, and it's a cantrip, and spectral blades form in the water and start spinning around him.
Nice.
And now the Scion has to make a dexterity saving throw. And he did not succeed that, so that is... Man, so that's 6 force damage. That one's dead. That one's not dead. This water beast is now going to get behind Gerbo and have it
Oh, no.
Underwater
have it
ogre.
Yeah, basically.
He's an underwater ogre at this point.
Yeah, pretty much. Now he's going to take his swipes at Gerbo with advantage.
Oh, this is
assume-
not good.
20 and a 21 hit.
They do, and I actually realized that I didn't update my hit points when we rested.
Better do that.
You might want to do that. Especially right about now.
Right. Okay, back to normal.
Okay.
I mean,
So-
Yeah,
That is 25 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Now, keep in mind, you have a roguish ability that just does bullshit.
Yeah,
Take
so I just
that.
half that.
Broken.
Mm-hmm. I can double my damage
And have
half.
your
Yeah.
yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
Braundir, you're up.
All right. Hey, real quick, I have a question.
Yes?
How is the attack bonus decided?
What do you mean?
It's your
Like-
proficiency and your whatever your stat is for the weapon, like strength for you. So yours would be strength plus proficiency plus 1 because it's a +1 weapon.
And my proficiency is seen where?
Ours is 3 based on our level.
Oh, I see. There it is. Yeah, 3 strength. Okay. I was just curious on that. At first, I thought it mimicked what level you were on, but that doesn't make sense. So, okay. Well, thanks. All right. So I'm gonna Hulk smash this nasty little person right there.
Yeah, do it.
Let me get out this Braundir's boomstick.
Yep.
Do it.
Attack again.
I could rename it to Braundir's Boomstick.
The boomstick.
That'd be amazing.
Yes, please.
Attack again.
Yeah.
Because that's a hit.
Yeah.
And that's 10, 25. Okay.
That was a big hit too.
Yeah. Describe
Very
how you
nice.
kill it.
Oh, that first one killed it?
Yes.
No. The second one killed it.
Oh, your second one was a hit too. Okay. Okay,
Get
yeah.
him.
So I'm gonna say the first one went down, like hit, and the second one was like, you know how Ness in the first Super Smash like has that swing where it's like,
Bat.
bing! That's
Home
what I
run
do.
bat.
Yeah, I home run
Yeah.
bat this guy upwards and out of the water, and then on the balcony, Lorson sits there drinking his bottle of wine and sees this guy
A shooting
Zion
star.
just shoot off into the out of the water.
Water
Gosh.
element is blasting off again,
Okay.
and that was my kill.
Amazing.
That's so good.
Thank you for that. Oscar worthy.
Brilliant. All right, Ephelien.
All right, I'll move to here, and I'll use fleet of foot bonus action to dash as a bonus action. Even though we're in the water, so I'm like, I guess fleet of swimming.
Swim really
You're
fast.
super swimming. I don't know.
Hey,
Michael,
use your
all
feet
right.
to swim.
Flank him.
And then
Get that flank.
I'll use my action to make 2 attacks on this guy.
Do it.
Nice. Ooh.
Well. Yeah. Well, describe how you kill this one.
Yeah.
Get him!
Kill that swine.
Because I'll just swim over and stab it, and its guts come out. I don't know.
All right.
All right,
Poetic.
Very detailed, yes.
all right, one more.
Very.
Poetic.
Another one down. Another one bites the dust. It's all the same, the Cella, at this point.
Thank you for adding literary flair to our campaign with your
Yeah.
words, Brett.
Oh yeah.
All right, Gerbo, you're up. The others are dead. It's just this guy now.
You gonna finish him off?
The one right behind me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am. I don't have sneak attack. I don't have sneak attack, but I am going to continue to use my shadow blade.
Of course.
By the way, I made an item you can add for Shadow Blade. It's not actually an item, but you could use that item to make it easier to roll it.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
cool. I'll do that.
All right, that's a hit.
Get him.
Sweet. Wait, hold please. I don't have advantage.
It still hits.
An 11?
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
They're big and
Noted.
slow and don't have armor, I guess.
Noted. I like it.
So that's 22 damage.
26.
26.
Psychic.
So I'll add 4. There. He's bloodied.
Hold, please. I don't have sneak attack.
Oh yeah, no
What?
sneak
Oh,
attack. So it's
you
just 10.
don't. Fuck. Hold on.
It's all good. It would be only 10 damage.
Okay, shit.
It's all good. You said you would just minus 16. You would add 16 back to whatever number you just said.
Yeah. Hold on.
6.
Let me just... There. Alright, Cella, you're up.
That is me. Okay. She will turn her attention back over towards the last remaining foe. I'm trying to ping him. Y'all know who he is. Oh, it's because
You know the one.
You know the man I'm talking about. And she will cast Evil Eye. She'll give him the stink eye.
Oh.
Underwater.
Stink
so
eye.
it's a charisma save?
Yep,
Is this what you cast on me?
it is.
It is.
So, yeah, it failed.
Cool. It takes 7 psychic damage, and then I will use my reaction to animate this guy because he died just within 10 feet of me. So,
What? You're gonna reanimate him?
if he is medium, I'm assuming he's
Nice.
smaller medium like us.
Yeah, he's medium.
Is that right? It says humanoid.
He
looks
is humanoid.
cool.
He
Cool.
is medium-sized.
That's cool.
So I know that Braundir wanted to send him flying across the sky over Fannis Lake, but realistically,
Okay.
he's probably floating somewhere in the distance. But
I like
he
it.
kind of starts twitching and like crunching and grinding his way back into life. Very gross.
Right.
Grotesque.
You hear bones popping and cracking.
Back into place.
Right.
And I imagine one of its jaws is still kind of like unhinged. It
Oh,
looks
yeah.
pretty mock.
Its jaw's definitely like barely hanging onto its head. Like
Yeah.
Braundir gave him a good fucking blow.
But Cella mentally commands it. Well, I guess you'll have to do. You know what to do. Go attack that thing, and
All right.
sends it to attack the
All right.
remaining guy. I keep wanting to say Scion, but those are the small ones, like the one that I'm commanding. I keep forgetting what the big ones are called.
All right. He goes. Does it have? How much health does it have?
1 HP.
My God.
Yeah, they're literally just they just like
That is hilarious.
And how much does
A
it? Let's
flick.
see.
if you
can it
breathe on
just-
it.
Is it just its normal attack?
It's
Yeah,
a
it takes the
zombie.
attack match and
It's a zombie.
huh?
It's a zombie.
Right.
Yep.
Jet, that's amazing.
Creature uses a zombie stat block.
Well, it didn't hit.
Well, here you go, Jet. You can use this. If you go to this page, you can roll further attacks and stuff because of Beyond 20.
Oh, nice. Hey, thanks.
There you go.
And you can roll its saves and stuff too from there.
Save that to your bookmarks.
Cool. Thank you.
All right, Eldrin. What are you doing? He is going to use his sword burst again on this guy. And he has to make a dex saving throw. Okay. He is rolling with 2d6, so not bad for a cantrip.
Doesn't Evil Eye give him some kind of disadvantage too?
Evil Eye? I don't think so. I think it just inflicts necrotic damage, but I'll double check.
Well, this guy is, and I just realized this guy is feared by Ephelien, but I don't think that affected too much.
Oh,
Yeah,
you're right.
disadvantage on attack rolls. Okay, well, yeah. So he's gonna
Hey.
attack. He's gonna attack Eladrin, last person that attacked him. And he deals 11 bludgeoning damage.
It's scared because of the evil eye.
Yes. This is scared.
The stink eye. It never lets me down. It may not be the mightiest of blows, but works at a distance.
All right, Braundir, you're up.
Aight. So ready. Okay, so I'm gonna go over here. I'm gonna swim on
Yep.
top of him,
Yeah.
and I want to be like, like I'm above and then like facing down. It's like my feet are
Yeah.
up towards the surface of the water.
Yeah, you're like coming down.
Yeah, and swing
Nice.
at it like that.
Okay.
Let me. D&D Beyond's taking a little bit to open. Here we go. Roll.
Hit him with your boomstick.
The boomstick.
It's a hit. Roll that footage again.
Roll that beautiful bean footage.
Roll it.
That did not hit.
Oh.
That time.
So that's 9, 14 damage.
And that was a big hit too.
Yeah. Right. Ephelien. Take him down.
Do it.
Wait, don't I get advantage because of
Flanking.
flanking?
Yeah, you do.
Yeah. With
Okay,
Gerbo.
roll again then. So that, let's just say that's your first attack. It
Okay.
definitely hits. So roll another pair.
Hey.
Okay, that hits.
13.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, it's just clinging to life.
Nice.
Hanging on by a thread.
Do it.
Good. Kill him.
Get him.
Finish him off.
Can't really flank it, so I'll distract it and use the help action so Gerbo can have advantage.
Oh,
to get a sneak
Gerbo.
attack.
Use that shadow blade.
Yes. I'm so excited.
A lot of anime kills in here.
Oh yeah, we're all about that.
God, of course.
Yes.
Amazing.
What do you do?
Describe your kill. Oh
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
Do you like power swim like through and split it in half? Like what goes
That's
on?
amazing. Wow. Okay, so I just want to figure out what I did here. So I critted,
That's right.
but I also did my psychic stuff.
So the 2d8's doubled, and your sneak attack is 29.
Jeez.
Yeah.
So if you double that 9, that'd be 18 and 29.
Oh my gosh. 47.
Jeez.
Just to give you an idea, he was at 1 HP.
I took him from 1 to negative
You just,
46.
You explode him into a cloud of fish food.
He literally becomes fish.
He
food.
becomes a cloud of kelp flakes.
Yes, he becomes like the flaky fish
A
food.
confetti shower of sushi wrapper.
Yeah.
I think that's
Oh
the
my
highest
God.
damage attack we've had in this game, probably.
Yeah.
You're probably right. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was insane.
Something about it, even though that thing was just trying to kill us, something about it just doesn't feel sportsmanlike.
Boy, that was 47 damage. I feel like Braundir may have done something close to that with a hammer once,
Yeah,
Right.
maybe.
but that's pretty
Nothing like
crazy.
that. Oh man, no, I don't know if I've ever had a single attack that high. Maybe in the 20s, but
Yeah, that's
sneak
amazing.
attack is what 16 points. So
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So
it's nuts.
that is the end of combat.
That's amazing.
Wow.
That was
So-
awesome.
We leave that zombie because we might need it. We have to,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
I left it. I left it.
we
Yeah.
need to remember that we have it.
So
I
okay,
will.
I'm gonna say that you guys then venture deeper into the cave, and as you're going downwards, it just seems like you're going downwards for a long time, and time is kind of slower anyway because obviously everyone's on high alert. But as you go down, the cave eventually starts going upwards.
Mm.
And as you go, there's a light at the edge of the water as you're going up. And you crest out of the water, and
Cool.
you are all standing at a stone, like kind of a large, like all of this is obviously stone. But now you have made it to the entrance to the temple.
Temple.
It's all black.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can't see
Don't
it.
worry.
That's the
What?
temple.
They'll
What'd
show
you
us
say?
what we need to
It's
see.
all black.
Good.
All black, everything.
Looks like a really big map, so
Yeah, it
Yeah,
this
does.
will be fun.
is.
We'll be here for a minute.
You're gonna be here for a minute.
I hope there's a nice bench outside the temple where we can rest our asses because I took a lot of damage.
But knock that door. Lay out your bedroll.
Yeah.
This is awesome.
I'm just going to use my ring of water walking and sleep on top of the water.
Yes.
I would assume you guys can't see.
No, I can't see.
Yes, correct. We can't see anything.
It's just a big black rectangle.
You'd have to drop
Which
our
is
tokens in.
Drop to what?
Have to drop our tokens in for us to see.
I am dropping your tokens in. I think. Let me see if I can get this right. Can't see. Yes. Gerbo, can you
Oh.
see?
Oh.
Yep.
And I can see
Okay.
because Gerbo can see.
Okay.
Nice.
Allow me to make the changes. This is you're gonna have to probably zoom in a little because it's.
I can see 4 people. Am I allowed? Am I supposed to see those people?
I don't know who you're looking at.
Well, I could describe them, but that could reveal some things.
Well, hold on. Let
They
me
look
give
like
everyone.
monsters.
I can see a person with an orange background, a person with a dark red background, and a person with a silver background, and a person with a yellow background. Towards the bottom right of the map.
Like across the way.
Yeah, I can actually. My character is way on the left, and I can see 4 people all the way on the right.
Wonder.
Okay, I can see now, and it looks like the lighting is correct.
Okay.
Wait, no, I just saw those enemies that he saw. Just 4 enemies.
Yeah, I'm gonna scoot myself to the right just a little bit, and that fixed it. I don't know if it just because where I was on the left. I don't know
Interesting.
why it would have shown me people.
My
like
my
literally
guess is there
off the
might
top.
be light. There might be another light source over here.
Okay.
I think that's probably what's going on. There
Yeah,
there are
well-
light sources throughout.
Yeah.
We could
but-
fix the light next time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys
When
are
I
now
was, like,
in the wall.
spaces to the left. Yeah. When I was a couple spaces to the left, I could see people all the way over here.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I can still see that where I'm
Yeah.
at.
I scooted to the right just a little bit, and it fixed it.
Yeah, I can see it now. That's super weird.
It's just like cutting around all kinds of stuff. Very strange.
Yeah.
I don't
We'll
see
have
it
to-
here, but I do here.
We'll have to mess with that, I think.
There must be somehow nothing blocking our vision to that light source down there.
I think so. Oh, what? So wait. You're telling me you don't see anything except for that light source over
I
there?
can see
Yes.
those.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's weird. Okay.
Well, yeah, we'll figure it out later.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
It's 10:17, so
Yeah, but at any rate, you guys have made it to the water temple. I will say that the gate
So cool.
Yeah.
actually looks like at the top of the very entrance to this temple is a depiction of a woman with kind of like sea different sea creatures around her and stuff like that. And at the bottom you see at both sides of it you see what appear to be like statues of figures in armor that have tritons as weapons.
Interesting.
cool.
Do I recognize or know anything about these figures?
You know that the figures are likely defenders of the temple, or depictions of those. The woman is kind of a mystery to you, actually. You've never been to the water temple in person.
Yeah.
Um,
That's
so with that roll like that, I mean, you know that there's sometimes is some like within the water temple itself, there can be feminine imagery when it comes to the sea and water.
Yeah.
So perhaps it might have
Checks
to do
out.
with that.
That checks out.
So
Sounds good.
Ooh.
there you
Is there
have it.
is there a safe, discreet spot where we can rest? Like, do there seem to be any enemies around?
Right now, you don't think there are any enemies around at this exact moment where you guys are. You
We have a
think that you
zombie
might.
that can patrol and keep watch for us.
You do. You do.
We have a what?
A zombie.
A zombie.
You have a
So,
zombie.
I
Right.
think
Hold
we-
on.
But I think the only thing that he can do is attack for me. Like, I don't think he's that smart. I think that my animate dead spell makes a smarter zombie that can do things for me. But I think that the fungal infestation just creates like a chump minion.
It says the only action it can take is that attack action, but it could still move.
Yeah, but like, how would it alert us?
I guess
I
attack.
guess it. Yeah, I
attack
guess
stuff.
it could attack something.
Attack a wall. Bang.
Yep.
Bang.
Bang. Bang. That would be amazing.
Yeah.
Well, y'all, this was
All
really
right.
dang fun.
Good session.
Yep.
Good sesh.
That's right.
Yep.
Sorry, I'm kind of running out of gas.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah, we went a
me
little
too.
late this time, but
Yeah, we did.
I actually have the morning off, so
Hey,
I'll
that
just-
works out.
cool.
yeah.
Super nice.
Figured I had to drag out Gedry Posner.
Yeah. I like
That
it.
was so good. I love that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Gerbo, my boy.
My
Yeah,
boy.
I like him. So, do we have another session scheduled?
Not yet. It's going to be tough. Next week I'm on nights. I'm on nights Monday through Friday night. So,
So, if we can't do weekend, we could skip that week.
yeah.
I can't do weekend. We could do Wednesday the 10th or Thursday the 11th.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
think that works. Wednesday or Thursday should be fine.
I would wait. No, never mind. Is that next week?
The
Yeah,
10th
okay.
is
10th
skip
or
a week.
11th. Yeah, that's good. Yeah. Because I think next week we're going to the Buffalo on Friday, and we have to
Right.
wake up really early. So,
Nice.
Yeah, no, it's it's 2 weeks out.
yes. Either one works.
Okay.
Cool.
Cool.
Thanks, guys. I would try to squeeze it in, but like I have to be at work at 7 p.m. when I'm on nights, so it just doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
not
no
a big deal.
worries.
Let's skip a week.
Give Drew time to prepare more trash for us,
Yeah,
more
trash.
ridiculous things for us.
So dang fun.
I
gonna be
found
great.
so much art for all kinds of things.
I'm
I
excited.
love it.
I like the art.
Let's
So good.
let's tentatively look at the 11th then.
That sounds good.
The 11th is fine by me.
If we need to have another game on that Thursday, we could just play Wednesday. So
Yeah. Right. As I know, the Badlands campaign has kind of been in a flux when it comes to its scheduling. Like, we've ended up scheduling on Sundays for that one.
yeah,
Oh.
we'll wait and see when it's that week.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Sweet.
Sounds good.
Yes. All right. Good stuff.
Thank you, Drew.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be a game without you guys, so, yeah.
So dang fun.
Oh, yeah.
You guys
You
were
did good, brother.
Braundir and Gerbo critting it up tonight.
Yeah.
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 Pretty
We
good.
need to
Pretty
find the
eventful.
probability of a high crit in a row.
Of a high, low, high. I mean, if you're so to mathematically calculate it, you have to decide whether you're counting a crit as either a high or low, or if you're counting each, like the probability of getting them in that sequence is like.
Right.
In the sequences.
A 20, a 1, and a 20 in that
Yeah.
sequence.
That gets you
Yeah,
to
so that's very important because it's
So that
either
means it's
combinatory or
It's a 5% chance
permutation.
each time, but then the probabilities of rolling in that sequence are. Oh, I wouldn't know how to calculate that part of it.
Yeah, I barely got by in my statistics class.
But you're
that's like how at Sonic they say there's 1 million flavor combinations.
Right. Yeah, I remember that was our homework one time, was to find out how many combinations there actually were.
Of a Sonic drink?
Yeah. Yeah. It was a lot. There was a lot.
Jonesboro, or rather Pocahontas Public Education.
Oh, no,
Yep.
that was when I was at school in Fayetteville. My statistics.
Even better.
Yep.
College.
So if my head math is right, rolling that combination, like 2 20s and a low in any order, like in any order at all, I think the odds of that are like 1 in 100, 1 in 1,250. I
There you
think
go.
that's right.
Well,
Pretty
I-
And then it's
low.
less than that to get that specific order.
Right.
Wow.
And I was rolling a lot of 3d20s and got no crits.
Yeah, that's really weird too. I feel like.
Well, it's just normal. The crits were weird.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. This is
Well,
good, though.
all right, friends.
Yeah.
Later.
Go get some rest. It's good to see you guys.
Yep.
Bye-bye.
See you guys.
Good to hear
Take
you, Brett.
Peace.
Bye-bye.
Gotta
Bye.
See you guys next time.
hasta.